Need pro quality audio? Look no further than the Audio Knights Theater. Our team is ready to bring your project to life. Whether you need ads, narration, multimedia presentations, or someone to edit and master your existing audio, the Audio Knights Theater will get it done. Go to taktonline.com today for a quote.
Since the dawn of time, things have happened. People have talked about those things. First with cave paintings, then with language, writing, and art. In our time, we use the internet. From the depths of nerddom come four guys who talk about things too. World-famous internet celebrity Justin L. The destroyer of BotCon, Deadbugs. The guy that learned how to mow grass in the prison yard, DA. And the customizing powerhouse, Mako Aspire. And every so often, a man who rejects the concept of catch and release, Justin Catfish. This is Totally Knockoff.
Greetings, Peeners one and small. Welcome to TKO podcast number 68. Wow.
We made it.
I think for the next episode, we're going to have to somehow figure out how to get JC on the host.
69. Cool.
So anyway, this is our first show post the holidays. Everyone had a great Christmas, I assume.
Yeah,
let's get with our intros and tell us what old Saint Nick brought you. So let's start with DA.
Just a second, I'm taking a bong hit.
Oh, so Santa brought you some weed.
Yeah.
He's always got it.
Santa probably got that fucking fire shit.
Yeah, we do it real big. No, I had a good last week or so, man. Christmas was good. Hasn't snowed here again at all, so I haven't been doing any work. I've been sitting on my ass playing video games and watching movies, living the life. Unpaid vacation kind of sucks, but it'll all come around. I didn't get much of anything recently, although I did. Well, wait, I got a few things. I didn't talk about them last time. I got a MPM fucking barricade, the Masterpiece barricade.
Amazon special?
Yeah, it's like $43 or something.
That was a damn deal.
Yeah.
I haven't even transformed that motherfucker yet.
For $43, it's worth it, dude. I'm fiddling with him right now. He's pretty fucking cool.
Shapes.
For $40. Yeah, shapes.
Shapes and stuff.
And then I got the XTransbots fucking flip off and fucking crack rock, bud.
Yay!
Yeah.
I had some issues with the guy that got them to me, but it's all been cleared up. And I got all my pieces and parts and what have you.
Sweet.
And,
Good figures, ain't they?
what was that? Yeah, no, I love them. They're great. And I got them for a pretty decent deal, and so, yeah. Some hoops had to be jumped through to get to them, but I got them. And then I got like a keychain thing. It's like a fabric keychain of Soundwave that's like reversible, but it transforms into like a little tape deck.
Nice.
Fabric?
Yeah. I'll take a couple photos of it and put it in the chat. It's like one of these like little backpack like hooks, little keychain type thing.
Like carabiner or?
Yeah, like you style it, trick out your backpack. But it's got a little clip, and it's like a little Soundwave, like little, bobblehead type fabric cutout. But remember, Chris, you remember Popples back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You turn it inside out, and then
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's basically a popple. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
because everything the way you explained it up until you said popple made zero sense to me.
Yeah, it's like a reversible fabric character of some kind. And
Okay.
then somebody also got me actually my wife did. Got me a little Transformers Play-Doh kit that she saw when she was shopping. It's fucking stupid, but
Here, you faggot. You like Transformers and it's Play-Doh.
yeah, she goes, here you go.
Stop squeezing my tits and squeeze this shit.
Actually, no, she actually did pull the trigger for the NPM barricade for me, too. Actually, I should shout out to the wife for actually buying me that, too.
So is that everything then?
I think that's all I got.
All
Transformers-wise. The rest of my Christmas gifts were like cash and like liquor.
And blowjobs.
Yay, cash and liquor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's move on to our next cast member. JL, what did you get?
I got some bacon flavored candy canes,
Cool.
and I got
Do they actually taste like bacon?
They taste like candied bacon. Like they're actually really good. I only got like 3 of them though, so I need like 100 more. And then I got some tamales, which like I like tamales, and they're a bitch to make, so I always appreciate getting them already made.
He's already just got a bunch of food for Christmas.
Yeah, I got a gift card to Long John Silver's.
Ballin'.
Yeah, hopefully they're still open, because all the ones closed up from where I'm from except for one, and I hope that one's still there. That would make me sad as fuck, dude.
Yeah, we still got a couple near us.
Yeah, they're starting to disappear in Virginia, unfortunately, it looks like.
I know they got some in JC's area, and then basically the closest one is probably like 50 miles from me.
Dude, we only have one in anywhere in this area, and it's also a Taco Bell.
Oh, nice. That sounds like heaven. But I also got a shirt, and then I did a Secret Santa thing, and I got from Josh Fisher. Shout out to him if he's listening still. I got he got me the Black Series Star Wars Revan and Ahsoka, which is pretty cool. And they were actually pretty high on my list of things I wanted, so
Cool.
that's pretty awesome.
Nice.
Was it like a blind thing, or did you have to say what you wanted?
You had a wish list on Amazon.
Okay.
But like, I have a hard time putting anything on there, so I put a bunch of shit on there in case stuff sold out, but that's actually the 2 things I wanted the most. So like, shout out to him, that was pretty cool. And I got my barricade in also, who I took out of the box and set down and never touched again. And, it's a Mustang. It looks great. I haven't transformed it yet. Did I already have every Siege figure ever last show?
Yeah.
Something.
No, not all of them.
Yeah, you
I got pretty much all the Siege figures now, and I'm very impressed with this line so far. Like, they're really great.
I love them. I haven't gotten the Voyagers or Leaders yet, but I will be.
Yeah,
You know what?
Do you have the Megs and A Optimus?
I have the Megs and Optimus, yeah.
I
gave my
nephew
nephew
in the chat.
I gave my nephew the extra Megatron for Christmas, man. He loved that damn thing. I didn't like transforming it 15 times, but he loved it. Like, she's like, "Can you change this back to a tank?" I'm like, "Okay." It actually takes me a minute. Like, I'm old as fuck. What I did get that didn't impress me as much as I was hoping was the Fans Toys Hydra. Like, it's a beautiful figure.
It's gonna sit there. Good show.
Oh yeah, it's a great statue. But like, them feet and ankles are a joke. Like,
Aren't
legit.
they all just really statues though?
Nah, their shit usually can pose a little bit better than this, man.
If I want to play with something, I'll just grab some Chug figures or like a movie figure and get mad at it.
You fucking piece of shit. But
They're so finicky, man.
He is gorgeous, like I knew he would be. Like I said, I swear to God, man, that's one. If they had to put some real ankle tilts on him and some ankles that could hold his weight, it would definitely be pretty amazing.
Stand on myself in an A stance.
Huh? I don't want him to be in an A stance all the time.
Oh.
But anyways, he looks great, and he's going to stand there and look great. And I guess that's his job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's getting bad when the Chug figures have better ankle tilts than the Fans Toys do.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably not going to be all right.
Yeah.
You're gonna trigger the 2 people that listen.
Oh, nice.
I think it's down to 1.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well, maybe we'll get a thumbs down. That'd be awesome. Give us a thumbs down.
Yay!
Thumbs
Just
up,
give us
thumbs
some
down.
thumbs down if you guys want us to continue to not do the show or continue to do it. We don't care. We're going to keep doing it.
Or if you just want us to let Gort have the show.
Yeah.
Because
Dude, Gort's a big pimp, though.
apparently our little side projects are pretty popular.
I mean, I knew that when I met Gort in person that he was a big pimp.
Yeah,
But you know what? I asked Gort, I think it was last night, I'm like, did you get any feedback, positive or negative, either way of the show? He said, nobody said shit.
Nah, man.
What do you mean nobody said shit?
Nobody said anything to him about him. Good, bad, or
Okay,
indifferent.
Like nobody's listened?
Obviously, people listen, by the numbers, but
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it takes like a certain type of person to like go out of their way and contact someone and be like, hey, man, good shit.
does it anymore, really?
And I think that we all know each other now.
Mm-hmm.
The people that would do that and do that.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why he didn't hear anything or...
So I thought that was a good show, actually.
No, I listened to it and rather enjoyed myself, even though I have no idea what was being talked about at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
I did. That was a good show. I think that was actually one of our better shows. We didn't even do it.
We suck.
What else
We
did I get for?
We were there.
Yeah.
Cool, though.
But yeah, I really haven't been buying myself much lately. Because, like, I've been, like, trying to save up for the house, get the house shit done.
All right. Well, let's move on to Chris. How was your last 2 weeks, and what did you get for Christmas?
Well, as you can imagine, being a father of 2 small children who have school and extracurricular things that may involve a holiday as well in the mix, you can imagine I've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
Yeah,
was,
my kid's on Christmas vacation right now.
yeah, so are mine.
I want to be on Christmas vacation.
Christmas was good. People came over to my house, my family. My brother's in from out of town. He'll actually be on later to answer the questions.
Yay!
Cool.
Now
Now,
we have
is your brother older or younger than you?
everybody's younger than me.
Mm.
He's significantly. He's 13 years younger than me.
Does he have any type of Transformer knowledge at all? Well, I mean, you're his
No.
brother, so he probably does some.
No, none.
No.
Mm.
Okay. He just likes come look at your figures and be like, yeah, those are cool.
I mean, he can appreciate the I guess beauty of them.
The art.
Yeah.
But he knows
the
like
design
no
and the appearance.
backstory or nothing.
No.
Mm.
But now I has Kitty Cat.
Yay!
Mhm.
Is he kind of fucked up like you though too?
No, this cat is actually a sweet little thing. She's only
I
5
was
months
talking
old.
about your brother. Is he kind of
Oh.
weird like you?
He's got his idiosyncrasies.
Okay, cool. So this should turn out pretty good then.
Yep.
All right, yeah, back to the cat now.
Yeah, she's still adjusting to the house, adjusting to the fucking dog. They got a little bit better along today. But it's work in progress. She sleeps with us.
Aw,
The dog
kitty.
sleeps in his fucking crate. Ha 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 ha.
You're terrible, man.
But yeah, I like her. We named her Izzy.
Mm.
Like, is he a replacement for the dog?
That's a long involved fucking story of that fucking thing, but I'm not going to get into it. As far as what I got from Toy Dojo some excellent customer service because they sent out one of the Siege flywheels for me, or tread shot, or whatever the fuck he's called.
Mm-hmm.
They sent it out on December 12th. It sat in 3 different fucking Texan goddamn USPS outlets for. I finally got it Christmas Eve. I didn't expect to get it at all. But it went from Austin to Dallas to Irving pretty quickly. That went quick. It was within
Aren't those
1
like
day.
all in the same area, like kind of?
Basically.
Dallas and Irving are, yeah.
But then Irving sat on it for 5 days.
Hmm.
Then they shipped it to Coppell, Texas, wherever the fuck that is. And they sat on it for 2 days. And then it just remained in transit to next destination.
In limbo.
So on the 23rd, the day before Christmas Eve, I hit up Toy Jojo and I said, look, this is a situation. I said, I'm not normally one to complain about these things, but I'm thinking about buying something else from you, and this is making me second guess that.
Do it, yeah.
Because I don't know if my preferred shipping method, which is USPS, just because that just works better in my area, if that's indicative of just the holiday right now, or that's the way they do it, shipping it every pissant little fucking depot in Texas. So, to his credit, he's like, I'm sending you out another one. And I got the one on Christmas Eve, and I quickly emailed him and said, look, if you haven't sent it out yet, don't, because I got it. And he's like, already sent it out this morning? Take it with our compliments. I'm like, fantastic.
So you got 2 of the same figure now?
Yes.
You should scalp it.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll just fucking sit in a box and go up my attic. Who knows?
Or be a fucking very nice guy and just send it right back to him like a player.
I told him I was going to. I said, send me a call tag and I'll send it right back. And he's like, no, just keep it.
Yeah, just go ahead and keep that $12 junk, dude. Don't even worry about it.
$20, but basic. You know, he wasn't worried.
He probably paid $12 for it.
But that is fucking excellent customer service.
Yeah. Those guys don't fuck around.
Some do, some don't. You know, it's usually the bigger ones that'll be like, nah. But besides those 2 things, I also got the final piece of the Poseidon picture, the Tentakill figure.
Nice.
I've been holding off on that for a long time, and I wanted to pick it up at Con, but nobody had it.
Nobody.
So, was it TF Stores? Yeah, I think it was TF Stores had it on sale for $70, and I jumped on it.
How much is he normally, man?
It was $100.
Jesus Christ. They need to chill out with that.
Yeah, they all were $100, except for the fucking big one. I think it was $130.
I've only got one, man. I got the first one, Big Bite, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
His head.
I guess they're all right. They got that fucking TFC big flowery, like extra fucking armor looking thing. They have to have a definite style.
I think they're great, but looking back, man, I don't feel like he was worth $100.
No, not at all.
Not even close.
They're about $75 figures.
Yeah, maybe.
But that's all I got. So
I'll
what
give
did
you
get,
$200
Bugs?
for the whole set.
No. Ain't another set coming, and this one's fine, and it's done finally.
Nice.
One
Eric,
Fuck, I didn't
one
even
more-
forgot I had this.
One
What'd you
more
get?
reason for me to get out the door.
Okay.
you get small painter?
Go ahead, Bugs. You up?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I had a good Christmas. It's been quite busy, just with working all the hours between both jobs because it's busy season for both. But I still have managed to somehow sneak some time in to have a social life.
Yay!
Let's see. As far as what I got for Christmas, well,
Got some stag on your hang low.
I finally did. I was not on the show last time, if I remember correctly, so I finally got my Siege figures that I had ordered from Hasbro Toy Shop a month ago.
Oh,
So
You were fucking salty about them, dude.
yeah, I was.
You were fucking mad about that.
But it ended up working out. I think what happened is that when I ordered, I was like one of the first people to order when the price got announced, and then everyone else ordered. But somehow in their system, it got fucked up with the payment through PayPal, because like I had so much money in my PayPal account, and then it was going to withdraw the rest from the checkbook. But somehow their payment system fucked it up, and then they only had half of the items in stock, so then they weren't shipping nothing, and it was all kinds of fucked up. And I had to call customer service like 5 times to, like, where the fuck's my order?
And then it was all right.
And then all of a sudden, like, I finally got to a guy that actually knew what the hell was going on, and like like seriously, this, like, the first 2 people I talked to at Hasbro Toy Shop were complete morons, but the last guy.
Well, they work at Hasbro Toy Shop, so.
Just the last guy I talked to that finally made everything work and fixed. He actually called me the next day. Like, all of a sudden a number come up I didn't recognize, and it was the guy, and he was letting me know my order was going out that day. And so, and they shipped my order in halves. So I got the first 2 figures, I forget which ones. I think it was Hound and Sideswipe. And he shipped them express. So, I mean, I don't know how much they paid to do that. And then they shipped the other half express, too, a day later. So, given what I paid, since they had them already discounted at $10 each, well, actually I got it for $8 each with the $2 off. So, with them paying the express, they probably paid out more money than what they took in from me to get me those figures, which is rightfully so after it took a month to get them to me. But if I would have gotten the guarantee that they were going to go out, I didn't. As long as they just shipped out, I didn't care. I didn't need the express shipping, but it was nice that they did that. But so I got all the Wave 1 Siege Deluxes. I love them all. As JL had pointed out, they are awesome.
Nah, man, they all junk, dude.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm gonna buy
They're
them.
not Jeeps, for sure.
But I love having flywheels standing next to the other one on my shelf, having both duocons. I mean, there's a little OCD on the fact that the other one splits in half into 2 robot modes too, but I can overlook that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to, but I in my head I know that ability is there, and flywheels is not exactly the same type of duocon as the other one. So,
Do you think they could have did a better job if they didn't fuck with that?
I don't know, because I mean, like the top halves and bottom halves are swappable. You can take the tank and put it with the helicopter and vice versa. So they're obviously designed at the same time to work with each other, but it's just odd that they gave one robot modes for the top and bottom half and released it in a different line versus this one. But it's something that's just a slight difference, but I do have a little OCD, I'll admit that, but I think I've convinced myself I can overlook that slight difference. But and then these new deluxes of the Autobots, that Sideswipe is smaller, but it is so much better than the original classic Sideswipe, in my opinion. What do you think, JL? Do you think you like the new Sideswipe over the old one?
Talking about over the old generation Sideswipe?
Yeah, the Chug.
You know, I never had him.
You didn't?
Nope.
Huh.
He's that's kind of early Chug, isn't it?
Yeah, that was like that'd be the second generation. Because let's see, the first deluxes were what? Bumblebee and the Seeker, Starscream, and Grimlock. And I think Sideswipe was in the next batch that when they decided, we're going to run with it.
Yeah, and I think I may have owned him in package, but if I did, I never opened it.
Yeah, well,
I think the new side swipe is actually like probably the best of the wave.
right.
They painted the hell out of that dude. I'm pretty sure I've already brought this up. I feel like I already talked about it. Like they painted almost his whole body.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, since you don't have the original Chug, like I had all the repaints of the original ones. I have Red Alert, Sunstreaker, and Counterpunch on my shelf. So
Angle punch, counter punch, but
right, and if you had a complete Chug collection going into Siege, the one thing that did stand out is that particular mold is very tall compared to the rest of the Chug releases. So I have all mine standing in the back with like all my other deluxes like Wheeljack and even let's see, and Hoist and Trailbreaker are standing in front of them. And so this new side swipe scales better with the rest of the Chug that I have to this point. So if they can, I know the Red Alert's coming. If we can get a Sunstreaker out of it, because it looks like you could turn it around and do slight remolding to the back to make the chest, and you could get Sunstreaker out of it. If it's confirmed we get a Sunstreaker, then I'll be more than happy to get rid of all three of my original Chug Lambos. But the next one I'm going to be interested in to see is how much of an improvement that Prowl is in the second wave, just because the Datsun mold from the original Chug. Do you have that one, JL?
Which one?
The original Chug Prowl sides, Smokescreen and Blue Streak.
I did, but I think once again they were in package. I never opened them.
Okay. Yeah,
And I think I sold them all off too.
that particular mold has very bad feet ankle area. So if this new one, it looks kind of weird, but if it's better and they do all three of the repaints, then yeah, I'll get that one and replace those. But let's see. And what else did I get? I decided to go full nerd, and I started buying some of the Transformer card game. You know, those blind packs.
Yeah, I have some of the cards, but I haven't actually have anybody to play with.
Right.
It's kind of stupid. I don't know why I buy it.
Well, I plan on playing it a little bit at DairyCon Friday night.
There's the next TKO open mic. You faggots can play your little card game.
But so far, I got the starter. I got the starter pack, and then I got 2 Insecticons, and I got Deadlock and Jetfire in the blind packs. So let's see, what else did I get? As far as non-Transformers, my dad knows I love hot sauce, and that'll be my total knockout for the week. But so what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. A 12-pack of hot sauce variety pack. So
and that's a lot of ass burn.
Oh man, I drink the shit. I just got done. I just finished
You drank it?
Fuck yeah,
Why do you drink it?
because I love the taste of it.
Because he's a fucking weirdo, bro. That's, I mean, there's no other explanation. Is that you're a fucking weirdo, dude. Like,
That's coming from somebody that like heats up fucking frozen breakfast burritos and pours fucking Taco Bell fire sauce on it. Like, I eat some weird shit.
I'll put hot sauce on Hot Pockets if I nuke them in the microwave. But so I just finished the bottle from my last variety pack of whiskey habanero, and that shit was pretty good.
At least you're down, and at least you're emptying one bottle over there.
yeah.
Well, I had a little whiskey in there, you know, but
Yeah.
and then I got some New Dallas Cowboy mats for my fusion.
Do people in Wisconsin just absolutely hate you?
A little bit.
You tell them it'll be all right.
And when they say, "Why do you like the Cowboys?" It's like, I just don't like the green and yellow combination.
That's a lot of it. If the
Everyone likes
Packers,
a little finger in their ass.
if the Packers would have had blue as one of their predominant colors, like they did in their throwbacks, I might have been a Packer fan.
Yeah, I think that when choosing a sports team, their colors is probably a huge impact on who you choose to follow.
Well, some people think that's trivial. I think it's important. If the Cowboys wouldn't have had blue, I wouldn't have been a Cowboys fan.
Who would have been your next choice?
Probably the Lions, just because they're local, but they're more of a lighter blue. But in today's NFL, if I were to start all over and pick a team right now, based on colors, it'd be the Seahawks.
You like that neon green?
Well, that's just a highlight. I like the fact that it's the same tint blue, and they actually like to wear their blues at home. That's the one thing that drives me up a wall with the Cowboys. Is they always want to wear the whites, and I think the whites are ugly.
So does JL.
He hates the whites.
So anyway, let's get on to the news. So we have a convention in Shanghai. It's a 10th annual TFN convention, SGC. So they are basically showing all kinds of third-party goodness. So let's start out with XTransbots MP scale Quintesson. So we have the floating 5-headed monster with tentacles.
Dr. Egg.
I'll probably buy this.
My patience has been rewarded. I never pulled the trigger on those overpriced goddamn Impossible Toys ones, or iGear, whatever it is. I always get those two confused.
So this does look interesting. Are they going with a translucent plastic for the ass blaster there so it can light up?
I don't know, and I don't think it's necessary, honestly.
So if I bought this, I would think it'd be kind of neat to put like a blue LED in the ass blaster there.
I'll just send it to Pastor Robin. He'll do it for you.
But yeah, this is definitely looking like a Quintesson. Is there a particular face on the Quintesson that you would prefer to have facing forward since they're facing all directions?
It's always death.
Oh, you love the skull one.
They got one that looks more like a butt.
Innocent.
Now, what kind of material you think they're using for the tentacles? Like how flexible you think that's gonna be? Like
rubber tube hose that's just really flimsy. Like what they use on fishing lures and shit.
I think it'll be like gummy worms.
Yeah, like what they use in fishing lures. That's what it looks like.
If they're smart, what they'll do is they'll use a pliable metal inside and coat it in rubber. That way it'll make them posable. Yeah,
that would make sense.
Oh man, these ones aren't looking posable. It's look like they kind of just fall where they lie.
I bet you
they lie where they fall. Sorry,
they're probably bendable rubber. I bet, or bendable like that metal with rubber over it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's like that.
Do you think any of the mouths are going to be articulated so you can mimic it talking?
I wish, but probably not.
Yeah, I doubt it. It would be cool, even if like just the chin went up and down.
I think this thing looks. I mean, it looks good, but it looks like something that shouldn't cost a whole lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
It's basically. I mean, unless it lights up and talks and shit, it's basically a giant egg with some faces on it.
Well, and that's why I'm anticipating that they're gonna make the base light up, just to justify a little bit higher price, but not too bad.
I also think they should make the faces rotate. I'm hearing fucking echo.
That's JL.
Now that would actually be kind of cool if they could install a spinner on the bottom.
Yeah, even like a winding thing, like you wind it backward or like to the left, and then it rotates to the right, that kind of thing.
Like Toy World Mixmaster's mixing drum.
Yeah.
Or what if they sat it on like a ball bearing so it could actually like spin?
If it's going to free spin, then I would want it motorized.
You would want it to be?
Yeah, I'm thinking just like a cheap motion, but if it's going to spin around, I don't think a ball bearing would work because that would be too smooth. You need like a jerky thing because
Right.
when
Well,
they
Well, I was
did,
thinking spin it, and then wherever it lands is how you get judged. You know.
Well, and the other thing is you can see on the base there, the tentacle is actually kind of in a kind of a dip between where the blast is kind of going around it. So I don't think it's going to rotate unless it's able to bend the tentacles like you're suggesting to get away from the base, in which case you'd be able to rotate it.
no, that part doesn't move. Look at the picture, and I'll show you. On the face on the left-hand side, see that little separation on the egg shape?
Yeah.
Between there and probably right about the chin of the front face, or not the chin, the cheek of the front face.
So
is,
so you're saying like all the faces are on a belt that goes around the entire body.
think of it as a empty tape roll
Okay.
kind of thing.
Because I always thought that when the head's rotated, it was the whole body that rotated.
Mm-mm. Just the faces.
Oh, it was just the faces around the base. I mean, around the.
The faces around the bases.
So, what do you guys anticipate the price on this thing to be?
Depends on how big it is. I would say probably $85, $90.
He's gonna be pretty big. It looks like because
Yeah,
what was that
it does
they had
look pretty
standing
sizely.
next to him?
Yeah, he's going to be pretty big, but there's not a lot of a parts count. There's not a lot going into him.
Yeah,
you don't
it's
need
just
to be
gonna
that
like
much.
a mold and some fucking tentacles hanging off.
That don't stop them from getting their money though.
Right,
True.
the majority of the botches are like the head is in the color that they're molding it in. They just gotta paint some of the details on the faces.
All I know is I can't wait for this motherfucker.
Yep.
Whatever they ask, I'll pay it. I mean, I don't give a shit. They could ask $200 and I'll fucking pay it.
Oh, I'm getting this fucking thing no matter what. I need a fucking.
If you have the
full-size
old
Quintesson.
one, if you have
Yeah,
the
I
old
need a
one and you don't
Quintesson
want it, sell that
motherfucker
bitch
up
while
in
it's
here,
still worth
too.
money.
So are you guys expecting this to be the start of a whole Quintesson line? Or are they gonna like do the Executioner next?
Yeah, they're doing one of them. They should.
Yeah.
You just need like one. Don't they all have like? Aren't they all the same? Just one face is facing forward.
No,
instead of
there's-
the others or whatever.
Different characters.
Yeah, you have the Executioner that has like praying mantis arms. Then you also have
Okay.
then you have the Prosecutor that has the giant like alien-like head with the sharp teeth mouth and multiple tentacles coming out the sides.
And there's fucking Quintessons that only appeared in one episode that they fucking iGear or Impossible Toys, whichever one. Which one is it, JL, for Christ's sake?
It's Impossible Toys made the Quintessons.
They,
And I tell you what,
they made other ones, like the Scientist and the fucking...
they made all of them, dude.
Yeah.
They made the Bailiff, they made the Guard, they made everybody. I have the whole set, dude. It's like a fucking $1,000 show. Because them shits go for way too much money, but I bet the Quintessons are going to come down in price because of this.
Yep.
I'm sure because people will probably want to sell their old ones to get the new one.
I'll tell you what, these are the most unposable things ever, but they're actually their best figures they ever made. Like, they're literally just blocks of fucking plastic.
Well, you can't fuck that up.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's
And
been
if you do, man, you're doing bad.
And on a shelf, they look awesome.
Yeah, I love mine, dude.
All right, well,
I love my knockoff Kranix, too.
so it sounds like everyone's on board for the Quintesson here.
Yeah.
Big old painter.
All right, well then let's move on to XTransbots' next reveal, and this is a G2 Wildrider in his yellow glory.
Yay! You hush. You're so pretty
Well,
in yellow.
we knew they
That's
were going to
perfect.
do this. I mean, obviously.
They
Well,
better.
Well, given that they did G2 Breakdown.
Yeah.
What if this was the Shanghai convention's fucking exclusive?
Oh,
I
probably
don't
will be.
I don't think so, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of these available at TFCon in April.
Yeah,
I hope
it,
so.
ain't, it ain't the fucking
Possibly.
Shanghai exclusive. There ain't no such thing.
Yeah, I'll be able to get that shit online like the next day.
Do you think that'll be another Toy Dojo exclusive for TFCon?
Oh,
in LA,
yeah.
Then?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got with them being on the West Coast, Toy Dojo being on the West Coast, they're gonna come in and wag their peener big. The only one that's going to have a bigger peener will be Brandon at Chosen Prime.
I don't know what the rims look like on the real one, but the fucking front tire looks like a goddamn pentagram.
Yeah,
Good.
like it's getting
That's
ready
even
to
better.
summon the Demon Lord. Why does it look like in the picture that like there's a cheeseburger in the middle of his stomach there?
I has cheeseburger? Maybe his stomach is a microwave.
I don't know.
White Castle.
Got
Man, I
that
want
fucking
some White
gas station
Castle.
micro burger up in there.
So JL is getting this. Is anyone else getting the G2 goodness?
Nah, man. Nah.
Yeah. Well, didn't you say you were regretting not getting the G2 crack rock?
No, I did get him. That's why I ended up getting the rest of the XTransbots ones.
Okay.
I just got that one because it was my first TF con and I liked the colors of it.
Oh, so you're
No,
one
I
and
don't
done.
have a
You don't.
G2 fetish. I don't have a G2 fetish. It was kind of like a memento thing.
Okay.
Speaking of which, I want to send a silver Sharpie to each one of you guys and have you sign each one of us sign it.
Okay. Well, we'll at least most of us will meet up in DairyCon in April.
Yeah, and then I'll just send it to JL and Chris after that.
I might come to that. Remember?
You're
should.
still thinking? You're still thinking about
Yeah, y'all just gotta pick my ass up from the airport.
it, right?
Done.
I'm not to crash on somebody's floor.
We'll clean out a stall in the Cow Palace for you.
No.
All right, and let's move on to our next item. Also from the sister company, KFC. Looks like they are diversifying and remolding their Wreck-Gar to give us some troop builders.
Yay!
Yay.
This is something I'm probably still gonna get some of these, but I was way more on board when the hype was still rolling.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of like, yeah, that shelf is kind of full now.
Yeah,
The one with all the movie characters.
This is something they should have fucking did pretty quickly after releasing the other ones, or within a year or so.
Right.
Now, like 50 years later.
I mean, the only one that really looks even remotely interesting to me is the one with the wheel in his chest, and that's because he's the only one with a wheel in his chest.
Right. But I could see people being interested in 2 of these. I don't know if they'd be interested in 4 necessarily to have a
Go through
whole.
hunt.
That'd be a lot of Junkions for. I mean, I get that they're troop builders, but depending on the price on these, I just don't see them selling that well.
I bet they sell them in a 4-pack.
There's a lot of people that will still probably go for this, man.
Well, how much does Wreck-Gar sell for?
I think like $90.
So if they release this for, let's see, so if they did a 4-pack for 300.
Maybe. I'd probably buy that.
Because I mean, obviously the chest is remolded quite a bit on all of them. Same with the heads, but it looks like they're just using different paints for the legs and the arms. Well, there's some remolding on the shoulders, but so I'm just trying to think of what would, with all the remolding that's on there, what kind of price would they need to get back to justify doing that? You know,
$2.50.
But
These must be prototypes though, because they look like they're made kind of cheap, like cheaper than the ones that we already got.
right.
And I mean, they might even be doing that, you know?
Yeah, maybe they will, just to make them affordable.
Make them out of that Mech Fans Toys plastic.
No, the Final Victory plastic.
Oh gosh.
All right. Well, it sounds like everyone's passing on these except for Chris might want one of them.
No, I might buy them, dude. I said I'd buy them if they made a 4-pack for cheap.
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on. We're switching companies now. We're going to the land of DX9. So we have images of their Motormaster with his insanely long trailer, and we have Menasor in robot mode minus any of the cars.
So far the XTransbots and DX9, they're both doing this thing where Motormaster and his trailer is basically Menasor, and you basically clip the cars on them.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay with this, like non-combining type?
Well, actually, the
format?
back of this Motormaster will fold up and go in a hole in the back of this one.
Like Ultra Magnus.
It'd be like a backwards Power Master Brian, where it plugs into the chest.
I mean, I'm okay with it myself, but I mean, what's the overall consensus of your combiner actually not combining?
A lot of people don't like it.
It is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but it does look like the end results are going to look like the cartoon.
Exactly.
I kind of wish that in this one, I'm not buying DX9. I'm maybe going to finish XTransbots. Definitely going to get fans toys. But I feel like with this one, feeling the need to integrate the entire toy into the trailer was a misstep.
Yeah.
That they should have just been able to have the parts be separate. I don't need a 14-foot long trailer for my toy truck.
Yeah, this trailer is like ridiculously long.
Look at fucking Zeta. The Bruticus was one thing, but the fucking Silverbolt comes with the entire fucking torso. It's just a torso. You don't even have to put fucking Silverbolt into it, I don't think.
No, you don't. And you could get away with not putting Motormaster and Menasor here on DX9. But I think a lot of the problem with Menasor is that when they decide back in G1 to have the car modes facing the back, it might have allowed the companies nowadays to cheat more.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of having the cars on the legs in the front. But
see, Menasor is kind of like a mixed bag for that kind of thing. Like, look, we'll get away with just fucking slapping the cars on the back of the legs, but we gotta split the fucking ones on the arms.
Right?
Depending upon what episode you watch, because some he's like that where he's split, and other ones, you know, the arm bots are just slapped on too.
Right, and likewise, all you can see on the legs that are even resemble other bots are barely see the wheels, and that's it. Just because they use the trailer coloring to make what the two Stunticons' chests should be, but.
I mean, I've seen the fucking the XTransbots one too, and I don't know if one looks better than the other, or if I'm in love with either of them yet. I need to see it finished.
Did you ever get the DX9 breakdown or whatever?
No, I wasn't even interested. It's too big.
Okay, yeah, me. Well, I don't know.
But I know fans' toys is going to be the
that
same.
call too.
See, I'm at a fucking crossroads right now because I really like the fucking Zeta Superion. I think it looks fantastic. You know, and I can get away with kind of what I have now for the fucking robot mode, just to save space. But I cannot abide the fucking Zeta robot modes, except for Silverbolt. He looks good, and Skydive looks good. But I think they kind of missed the mark a little bit on the other three. And I know they're supposed to be shipping replacement, tune faces for the Air Raid and Fireflight, but I still don't like the way the boxiness of them. And I know that's the way the cartoon is, but there's just something with their style that I don't like.
Fucking aesthetics, bruh.
It's more feel, I think. I don't like the way their shit feels.
Is it squishy?
Can you poke it with a screwdriver?
It just seems like cheap plastic. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. So once I see a finished one of each, even though I'm definitely buying the XTransbots figures, they're all going to be good.
I think they're going to be the good spot filler until Fans Dolls is done doing theirs.
And then again, I'll be at my crossroads. Do I fucking go up to this size now, across the board? So if I buy Superion, that opens a gate for me to fucking go into this scale. Because I think these are bigger than MP scale. I don't care what anybody else says. For me, this and every Zeta fucking figure are bigger than MP scale.
Yeah, I agree. But if I got them, they would only be in combined mode anyways.
Exactly.
Now, out of the three, the DX9, the XTransbots, and Fans Toys, we're assuming that the XTransbots one's going to be the one on the smaller side out of the three.
Definitely. And it would be in line with my current combiner scale. They're all on the
18, 19-inch side.
Yep. There you go.
We're like, what's Toy World, like 20, 22 or something like that?
21 and a half, 22, I think.
And that's where I'm at right now, too.
Yeah, because you just got your fucking Bruticus.
Yeah, I got that knockoff Jim
Bao!
Jim Bao! And I like it, dude. It's standing next to Combiner Wars Devastator. I mean, it looks like Bruticus. And it's affordable and cheap.
It's a great stolen design. It's nice.
Yeah. If I wanted to do, a Devastator, a Toy World, and then like a Zeta, I mean, I'm looking at $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
$800, $1,000.
As good as the
now I have like maybe 300 into the two.
As good as the Warbitron / Jitbout one looks, it is not G1.
No, it's not.
Not
a
little bit
at all. But I mean, when you look at like it, I don't know, man. I'm half conflicted on that because when I look at it, it's clearly fucking Bruticus.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it does lack the G1 look, and I think that Unique Toys one actually nails it the best. But again, that one's like on the smaller side to Zetas, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, a couple weeks ago, or whenever episodes ago, we talked about that guy making that kit.
Right.
Yeah, that was badass,
legit.
man. Yeah, that was a legit ass kit.
And that brought it into scale with Toy World Devastator.
No, there's lots of options though.
Yep.
And everyone's going to be happy.
But me, I will be the sad clown as always.
Nothing makes you happy, dude.
This is true.
All right, well, let's move on to our next item. And we have New Age G1 Legends.
Look at this motherfucking Megatron.
Yeah. For a Legends figure, this thing's looking fucking tits.
Yeah, it almost looks so good that I'm fucking worried about it.
What do you mean?
Like the scale, like how big is this thing? It looks like it's probably bigger than anything that I've already got. Yeah, but it looks like big Legends.
It might be like a little shorter than a deluxe type Legends.
No, it's New Age. They've set the bar with their Bumblebee that they are going to be in scale with DX9, and I believe they are DX9.
Tiny little Transformers looking just as good or better than some of the MPs, though.
Yeah, because if that Ratchet's not like gonna scale with my MS Toys, I'm just gonna go hang myself right now.
Because I need that. Looks fucking awesome, dude. I'm buying that.
They both look awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how happy he is. He's like, I look fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, boy, you're doing it real big over here, bud.
He's like, is anybody gonna be able to do this better?
Yeah.
I just realized it's Ironhide too. It's Ratchet and Ironhide.
Yep.
Damn, they look good. They look like little masterpieces, man. I mean, so does the New Age Bumblebee. They nailed that shit. It took them a while to get some more stuff announced, but I'm pretty excited about them now.
Dude, and I swear that they are DX9.
I hope so. Maybe they're so good they don't want to ruin themselves with DX9's name. Because DX9 makes decent shit, but let's be honest, their Legends bots are great, but they are plain as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they are great. Don't get me wrong, I love them. But like, they're kind of the vanilla of they're the JC of the Legends game.
And they're always the fucking one that everybody gets rid of now. Like, oh, I got rid of my DX9 Tyrant for the Sovereign. Got rid of my DX9 Hanzo for the Hydra.
Yeah, but not them Legends, man. You keep them Legends.
Every fucking time.
And, I mean, we'll get to it, but...
Look at all this shit they're making.
the Dotson brothers, I think theirs looks better than the other ones coming up.
Look at that Jazz. That Jazz looks better than the Make toys.
And look, they made fucking Shockwave.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that once?
Alternator Shockwave.
line?
Yeah.
And now it's a thing for Legends. Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they look.
Hey, that looks pretty cool, actually.
God, these look great. They need to relax, though. I don't need to stop.
They want your money.
Yeah, they do. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it hard, man. I'm gonna buy all 3 of them fucking Cosmos.
Mm. And their Cosmos looks fucking better than Magic Square.
Yeah, he does. He looks good. I don't remember what Magic Square one looks like, but he looks good.
They had that side-by-side Sheen comparison, and I'm looking at it like, yeah, the New Age got it.
Yeah, they know what they're doing, man.
So New Age hasn't done any releases so far, or what?
Just the Bumblebee, which is money.
The Bumblebee and the Stinger and the Goldbug, all the same fucking mold.
They came out swinging their dick.
Well, you know what? The people bitch about repaints. Maybe it's that repaint money that made all this other shit.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
mean, look at the Ricochet, dude.
R&D, bud.
Hmm.
I want some gold plastic toys.
So, being that I don't collect Legends, would you
Not yet.
suggest New Age would be a good spot to start?
Looks
Yes.
like it. Looks like it.
Nah, man, I'm just buying that Megatron.
I just don't see how that Megatron fits in with this other stuff down below, though.
It
What do you
looks it looks
Well-
a lot better than the other stuff. It's like the other stuff is more.
Yeah, he looks a lot
simplistic.
more advanced than the other stuff.
Well, he's the leader.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of look at him and get an idea how big he is because of the signs they have. Like, it looks like the Jazz is a little bit taller than the sign, and the Megatron is like twice as tall as the sign.
Mhm.
I just hope they all scale good. That's all I care about.
Mm,
Scale is a huge thing for me with that Legend stuff, man.
I hear you.
That Motor Master. Hey, somebody got a GT Megatron.
That's me.
Hey, you like GT Megatron, Chris?
I have one.
Yeah, he loves you.
Yeah,
You bought him when
me
you were
too.
like 30.
I'm fucking with him right now. It's like every time you touch him, it's fucking make it
Actually,
cack.
I bought mine from the fucking Sears catalog.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
They were the only place that had it.
I got mine for Christmas back in the 90s, and along with G2 Devastator, Bruticus, and Dreadwind. So like I had all the crazy camo spots all together. But mine's still complete. I did lose the handgun, but then I bought a different one at a BotCon several years ago. But one thing I do need to do with mine is get new repro labels, just because my original G2 stickers are peeled off.
Dude, mine's fucking money.
Yeah, I still have mine from when I was a kid. He actually is in pretty good shape. Probably because I was a little bit older when I got him.
Do you still have all the parts, all the missiles?
I have some of the missiles, and I still have the gun. I don't know if I have all the missiles, but I still got enough of them.
Do you have the green searchlight
The green searchlight.
that plugs into the giant cannon on his shoulder?
Yep.
Maybe. I can't remember. I think so.
Yeah, because he had 6 missiles, the green searchlight that plugs into the purple gun, and then he had the handgun that becomes the machine gun in tank mode.
Man, every kid that had them had 6 missiles for about 15 minutes.
Bugs just nailed it.
I still got all
and-
6 of
and I
mine.
got a tech spec card on mine, too.
Nice. Yeah, well, I loved mine more than you, apparently, because I tore it up. Well, not really. He's in pretty good shape.
Because you could store 4 of the missiles in the gun itself, and then 1 in
Yep.
each one of the legs.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look inside the legs and see if I got missiles in there. I gotta think about where the hell... Oh, never mind. He's right over here on my left on my GT shelf. I have his gun, but it looks like mine is missing the spotlight. Mine's in good-ass shape, though. Like, for how old he is and how much I played with him, he's in good-ass shape.
Megatron attack. What makes tank noises?
You know, I think that Megatron might be the peak of G1 style engineering.
Right?
Like, it's a pretty damn
Yeah,
fucking toy. It's a bomb
they
ass
did it in the
toy.
90s, though.
And
Like,
yeah, but he's tough as shit too, though, man.
if they could have worked in the articulation in the knees like they had in the hero version, instead of having them lock in the robot mode. That would have been bomb.
Because that's one of the best Transformers toys ever made. Fucking GT Megatron.
This thing is fucking terrible.
It is not terrible. You shut the fuck up. I want you to drop it on your fucking dick right now.
So
Transform
with the rest,
right now.
the rest of these legends, so we got the Datsun brothers, including the blue streak repaint. We got the Shockwave repaint out of Jazz from the alternators.
Mm-hmm. Now, the only thing they didn't do right is the back end of smokescreen. They gotta fix that.
Doesn't he have a spoiler?
Yes, he has a
He
spoiler,
does.
and the back is not curved like a regular Datsun.
Did they change that on the MP? I can't remember. I know he had a spoiler.
The MP actually has like a racing modification on the front end as well, where it sits lower than the stock Datsun.
I wonder if at this scale they're not going to do all that. It looks like they're not.
No, they did the front.
Yeah, they
Oh
got
yeah, I see it. Yeah, he's got the lower the ground effect or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They could probably just glue something on the fucking tail of that thing.
Yeah.
Because the back of the car is the feet, so I mean I don't see why they can't stick it on top of his toes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They will. It's probably just the
Prototype.
prototype shit.
Man, I like that prowl too, man. Look at that little prowl. Meow. Meow. Where's that kitty?
Upstairs.
Yeah,
You need a kid.
Give it a snuggle for me.
the only legends I have are the Iron Factory Datsun Cybertronian versions that Robert D gave me.
Which ones did you got from him?
The Iron Factory, the 3-pack, the Datsun Brothers with the Cybertronian mode or whatever.
He gave you a set of those too?
Yeah.
He gave me a set of them too. It's like his thing, I guess. You know, a lot of people want those things now because you can't find them anymore.
Well,
I'll never sell mine, but
the-
there's a lot of people looking for them.
They were sitting on clearance for a long time on a lot of the dealers' websites.
Well, they're gone now.
Damn.
But
Dust on these motherfuckers.
so let's scroll a little further down. And what's with all the repaints of Cosmos?
It's fine. Looks cool.
Well, one's clear and
Turn a
one's
cat.
blue. Apparently, blue is something.
Isn't blue Diaclone color or comic color?
I don't think it's common. It's probably Diaclone.
Diachrone!
Diaclone!
Oh, they even did a bug bite of their Bumblebee. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I go into Legends, I would just want the original Cosmos. I don't see any reason to buy the other two, but
Well, a lot of people collect clear shit. Like, I get a kick out of clear shit, even though it is dumb if you really think about it.
of course, repainting one into Cosmoo from DairyCon would be kind of fun to do.
Cosmoo?
Oh, look, there you go, Jail. Just if you get the two things in the same part of the window, you can see the New Age Cosmos and the Magic Square Cosmos.
Oh, is that what the one below is Magic Square?
Yep.
It looks pretty good.
Oh, it does look good, but I still think New Age fucking killed it.
Well, I think this is the same thing like Toy World versus XTransbots and all that. It's about how you like your Cosmos.
Mhm.
I like mine fat and derpy.
Right?
Yeah, and and the New Age one does, bow out a little bit, so it looks a little bellish.
Yeah, he's a little bit more fat and derpy.
Yeah.
Well, that and some people don't like the top of the saucer mode sticking up too far from the actual saucer.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in the Magic Square one, it's right on the border of where I would feel the torso is sticking a little too high, but that's just a minor critique. For the most part, it does look good.
And the head's like tilted to the side a little bit, like, I'm drunk, I'm spinning through space.
Mm.
I can fly.
Painter.
Now, and we also have images of their Datsuns,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like they kind of went with more of a flatter hood on the top of the car.
Now, these actually look like little masterpieces. Like, it looks like they just shrunk down the fucking MPs, and there you go. Because these are much more, I think, defined looking than New Age ones. Just something about it. It looks a little bit more finished.
Okay, and then next we got hoist, and grapple.
Well, it's just showing you the hoist because they haven't shown a hoist yet. They showed a gray one, but now here's a color one.
Okay. Well, it looks fine. And I'm still don't feel committed to go any route yet on the
I
Legends.
ain't
But
buying any of this crap.
well, like Autobots.
Which one's gonna get you to go down the Legends route? If they fucking redo a fucking Devastator?
For me, I don't know. I just don't know if I want another scale because I got MP and I got Chug and I got G1 obviously, and
You can just throw that fucking Chug shit in the trash and get into Legends life.
but Legends is just smaller Chug.
Spend it all on fucking Legend scale, third-party Legend scale, like a boss. It looks fun. I just can't commit to it.
2018 was the year of the Legends, and 2019 looks like it's going to keep on rolling.
Mm-hmm. That Megatron looks good. I'll buy
You're going to
that.
buy that Megatron, ain't you, boy?
Yeah, I'm going to buy that. I'm playing with my world's smallest Megatron right now.
You were born with the world's smallest Megatron.
Yeah, it was. But guess what? It still fucking brings fucking destruction and death everywhere it goes.
Well, you did breed, too.
Mm-hmm. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I think New Age is going to be somebody to look out for, man.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep my eye on it. Who knows? I might. That Megatron is kind of tempting.
It looks good. I'm buying it.
I'm playing with my MS Toys Red Alert right now.
Now, who do we think that MS Toys is or was or is an offshoot of? What's the consensus on that?
I thought it would be like Unique Toys. It feels like their shit.
No, that's DX9, which is New Age.
Yeah.
Again, that's not definite, but
Maybe
I'm
it's
90%
maybe
sure.
it's Weijang.
All right, let's move on to our next items. It looks like we got
No!
No?
No.
Looks like we got some Stunticons.
Yay!
And we have a Motor Master with a very tiny truck cab for feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's just like a faux truck cab.
Dude, cab to foot ratio is important.
It is.
Very important.
Very small.
And these are obviously just fucking straight off the 3D printer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't even been sanded down or anything.
Mm-mm.
Look at that shit.
Look at his
clay on top of it, probably.
Yeah, it looks like his fucking knees all swollen.
Bondo and shit.
But whatevs.
Are you in on this Motor Master?
I'm in on a whole fucking set.
Yeah, he'll buy any Motor Master.
Yeah.
Why is there a question mark on the box? That's what I want to know.
They don't know if they're going to continue to do it or not.
Shit. You want to make Chris sad? Don't talk like that.
It'll be all right.
Don't do him.
Don't do him hard.
All right, let's keep the Legends train rolling and
Jesus, man, everything's Legends all the time.
I'm gonna throw all my MP in the
Constantly.
trash. I'm throwing all my MP in the trash right now.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like all we ever hear about is Legends this, Legends that. What is going on in this world?
It's
Everyone
because
wants
they're
tiny.
They don't take up a lot of
collections.
room, and they're cheap, and they're small.
right.
They're not
And
cheap to their size. I mean, if you upsize them, I mean, some of these are what, like 30? $40.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
that Megatron, isn't that Megatron supposed to be like $80 or some shit?
Well, I ain't fucking buying that.
I don't even know if there was a price point assigned yet.
There was
Not-
something.
Fuck, I can go get an Apollyon for like fucking
No.
40.
No, the
It's-
Iron
it-
Factory one.
Yeah, it's upcoming in the Iron Factory.
So
I
let's
love that stuff. You get the $90, man. I can buy something real for $90.
let's move on to
Nah,
Iron
man.
Factory. So up first we have what appears to be Cliff Jumper turning into a Mini Cooper.
I tried hard to fucking find IDW picture of Cliff Jumper where he looked like this. I didn't find it. So if anybody out there knows of it, can you send it to me?
And then looks like the next one is what happens when Soundwave finds the Matrix.
This is ugh.
I think it looks fine. I think
Did somebody
that-
bake him
all
out of
those are
fucking
dumb.
Legos or what?
So the Soundwave has a cassette mode, but it also has a semi-truck mode with a cassette front end.
And based on the way that fucking tape deck mode looks, it looks like they started with the fucking truck mode and said, let's figure out how to make a tape deck out of this shit.
Although some guy with a semi in real life should make a custom semi that looks like that. That would be cool as fuck. The big old square grill, looking like the front of the tape deck and paint it all up like Soundwave. That would be cool as fuck. But
I don't
other than
know
that,
why
this
they
is
made it
dumb.
like that. The robot mode looks good.
Well, when you figure Perceptor had that tank mode, even though he's a telescope, I can see what they're trying to do is to incorporate a vehicle mode in the Soundwave.
Man, where's my Iron Factory Perceptor? That's what I want.
Hmm.
They don't have one?
That sounds
Well,
pretty damn good.
Maybe this is a precursor to that.
You know what? You're probably right.
All right, here we go, Eric. Now I got a question for you. Since you have that fucking Robert D. gifted set of the other Datsuns, does this compel you to pick up the blue streak?
No.
Man, I
Uh,
don't want a gift from Robert D.
I mean, the figures are fine, but I'm not really into the Cybertronian look of the Datsuns.
Oh,
They're-
they're a
they're-
great set, man. Shout out to Robert D. It's his fault I bought all like these other 50 legends that are in front of me.
Well, and
he
I
gave
think,
me those 3, and then I bought like every other fucking one.
well, and I think that's why he did it to me too, hoping that I would jump on, and I didn't.
Oh, you will. You will.
Painter.
But
That
So-
Megatron is sick.
so what we're looking at now that we're past Soundwavemus Prime is we have Genesic Blue Flash, which is the Diaclone repaint of Blue Streak.
Analgesic Blue Flash.
We have Tyrant's Wings
Stop that.
Kalite. Kalite. So is this supposed to be one of the Rainmakers?
That's Bitstream, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the Botcon Bitstream. Okay.
He's got a.
No, not the BotCon Bitstream, just Bitstream. Not everything runs through that fucking BotCon of yours.
Man, he killed it
Yeah.
and absorbed its power like a fucking Highlander.
Well, the point is that character did not have a name until that release.
Oh, it had a name. Don't
Man,
you
it's
worry
gonna be
about it.
64 degrees tomorrow. What the fuck?
And
Same here,
then
it's gonna rain.
we
Yeah, it's gonna
have,
rain.
and then the next item looks like, so this is what IDW style Nemesis Prime with a Power Master trailer.
I don't think Optimus Prime nor Nemesis Prime ever looked like that in the comics ever.
Mm.
Like, now they're just going off the reservation, making shit whatever they want.
Well, no, because like the rest of the stuff kind of has that vibe.
Well, isn't the truck mode War Within?
Maybe I can't remember, dude. I drank like 5,000 gallons of fucking alcohol since then.
It looks like the front end of that.
Yeah, I guess it does a little bit. But the War Within is like, wasn't that Dreamwave?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's ancient. Man, I hella farted. I'm like cheating myself out of my own fucking office.
It'll be all right. Everybody loves their own blend.
I'm on there, man.
Hopefully Loretta closed the door so she Dutch ovened you.
No, she's in the living room.
Dude, there's been times I've taken a shit where I've actually been like, all right, I gotta leave. And go
I gotta get out of here.
Like this. Time to leave the house.
All right, and then our next item is. So is this a 2-pack of Run Amok and Runabout?
It
I hope
better
it's a 2-pack.
Fuck, better be, bud.
So it looks
Well,
like
they sold their remolds of the Sideswipe and Sunstreaker, so they probably are 2-pack just like they were. I need to get them. I don't have them yet.
be. Yeah, see, I would get this, and I don't know if I would necessarily ever need to replace it, because I'm okay with the battle charges being a little smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And they look good.
Yeah, all their shit looks good, man. Except
I
for
think-
that. Except for alt modes for fucking Soundwave.
I think these do a better job as these characters than as Sideswipe and Sunstreaker.
Yeah, but that's kind of what they looked like in IDW, though.
I don't
Sideswipe.
care.
You should care. You should care about G2 ones, too.
No.
Yes.
All right.
Well, speaking of stupid looking, look at this big beefy bitch.
So
That
our
is from the
next,
comics, though. But that's like my least favorite way he looks.
Why do people even make this shit? Do people
So-
buy this shit?
so what we are looking at now is EX44 City Commander. So this is their take on IDW Ultra Magnus with his Amber Minimus or whatever that is
Jesus Christ.
that transforms into a little whatever, and it probably fits inside the truck cab.
Mm.
I think
Just
this is great, but I'd probably be all right with just buying Minimus Ambus for like $10 fucking.
Yeah.
I don't like they did. This is like actually what Ultra Magnus looked like for a while in the comics, but this is probably one of my least favorite styles. But it's closer than the one they did before, so I might buy it. You know?
He looked
I just
dumb.
don't like the look of this Ultra Magnus at all. I mean, I know it's what it looked like, but ugh.
Like I said, it's like probably one of my least favorite styles they
it's-
did him in.
It's too busy. It reminds me more of freaking Transmetal 2 Optimus Primal, only in blue. That's what it looks like to me.
And I
Well,
bet
maybe
you
that's
that they
what-
fucking remold the motherfucker.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. Well, nah, it doesn't look like they did for that.
'Cause
Man, this fart, dude, I'm gonna die.
It'll be all right.
But I don't know if anyone's into this. Good for them, I guess. I feel Magnus is also lacking in red. You can only see it in 4 little spots on the chest.
It's fine.
But
I'm gonna buy Minimus Ambus, and then I'm gonna sell the fucking Ultra Magnus part for like 75% of what I paid. I do like the little tiny car he turns into. It kind of looks like you could remold that into like fucking Daniel and Spike.
it looks like a miniature version of Cup in vehicle mode.
They haven't done a cup yet. They need to do a cup. Although DX9 did a cup, but never mind. We're not saying that's them. So,
Mhm.
oh man,
Maybe they can remold it and make a wheelie.
I don't know. They need to remold it and make it like mine. That's what they need to do.
All right, let's. Speaking of Beast Wars earlier, we have EX43 Heat Death, which is their Transmetal 2 Beast Wars Megatron.
Now, weren't these the
Yay.
ones that were like $100?
probably. It looks like a fucking Zoid.
It does look like a Zoid, but it looked like a Zoid originally too. They look pretty great. I don't know if I need Beast, Transmetal Beast Wars fucking Legends figures.
Mm-mm. Not at all.
Would you be interested if they repainted it and did the opposite of what FunPub did, make this Deathsaurus?
Nope.
Mm.
I don't care about the Thesaurus really, except for the IDW one. And this doesn't look like the IDW Deathosaurus at all. Although I bet they're going to remold it into it. somehow.
Or maybe Cryotech from RID.
No, I'm good on that too.
So yeah, this is a solid pass for me. And oh fuck, look at that. EX42 Primal Commander. So what I was talking about the Magnus looking like before, we have Transmetal 2 Optimus Primal.
Peter.
And this is a solid pass for me as well.
And look, it only has 2 of the 17 modes it goes into.
Monkey and Robot.
Yay!
Well, I would think it would at least have a plane mode somehow with the wings on there, but
Yeah.
That ain't no fucking monkey mode, bud.
Anyway, let's move on to something that isn't garbage. How about EX36 the Tyrant, comic version 4? So this is Iron Factory's take on Megatron, and he does have a tank mode.
Yeah, I'm gonna need this.
So they
Tank
say
modes are cool.
we have Origin, Monstrosity, Infiltration, and Generation 1. So there's multiple ways you can make it look in robot mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's a transformer that transform.
Yeah, it looks good, man. They done every version of that except for the one that I want, which is like freaking Autobot Megatron, like the last version of him.
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of a mix of these. Maybe you could fuck around with the parts until you get what you want.
All they needed to do was give you a chest plate, basically.
Yeah, but I can't remember. I think he has the
What a traitor.
the G1. I guess the G1 one would work. That's close enough. But they would have to replace the chest plate, which would be awesome if they did do that.
This kind of
This IDW Megatron being Autobot. I don't like talk of that at all.
this kind of reminds me of like the Barbados from Iron-Blooded Orphans, and that there's multiple forms that you can build it into with all the parts. So, do you think there's going to be people that actually buy 4 of these so they can do all 4 forms and put them on the shelf?
No, I'm sure. No, I
Holy
think there's
shit.
gonna be people that do it. But this thing's $90.
Hmm.
I saw this one. It was like $90 on TF Source or wherever the hell they steal your credit card information.
Yeah, I got hit with that.
Man, they didn't get nothing from me, dude. I went ahead and took my card off of there.
Hmm.
The only card I had on there was a super, super old one because who uses them?
Mm-hmm.
The only one I had on there was Bedbug's card from last time they got hacked.
Well, in my defense, it was the one place that had the Fans Toys Phoenix repaint in stock, or the pre-order available left, because everyone
Nice.
else was sold out. So I ordered it, and I should have made sure that the credit card didn't get saved on my profile, but it did, and then they got hacked, and then it got stolen.
Bastards.
So,
How dare they?
unless there's something I really, really want, like that Fans Toys Phoenix, if I can buy it anywhere else, I'm going to buy it from them. I'll still buy from Kurt at TFCon, but I'm done with TF Source Online. I've gotten hit twice by it. I'm done.
But they love you.
Yeah, they love my money.
Yeah, I love money too.
All right, let's move on to our next item, and more Legends from Iron Factory. We have EX37, 38, and 39.
These all look fantastic.
Let's start with 37. That would be their Mirage.
Okay.
That looks good.
And
They are all G1-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did take some creative liberties with the F1 Racer mode on Mirage. I think it looks better this way compared to the G1 toy as far as being an F1 Racer.
Blasphemy.
But I noticed looks like they are including 2 different heads. One to be more cartoon accurate, one to be more toy accurate.
Is there anybody out there that really ever uses the toy head for that motherfucker?
I have no idea.
I mean,
There's somebody.
it looks dumb as hell. Like, nobody wants that. Stop wasting money on that.
But I don't know about the additional details inside the spoiler that make the toes. That those extra bumps seem a little unnecessary.
It's fine.
But the bot mode looks good for the most part, and the vehicle mode looks good for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely a compromise on the part of Iron Factory from their normal "we do whatever the fuck we want" style here.
Right.
But it's also kind of like your fucking wife said, you know what, I'm gonna fucking give you a head and you come in my mouth and all that fucking shit. But then at the last minute, she pulls that and puts it on her tits.
Yeah, that happens.
I hate when that happens.
Well, it is noticeable that they have basically a sealed glass cockpit on Mirage here instead of an open one like the G1 toy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's more like the Chug version versus the G1. But let's move on to the next one. That's EX38 Optics Hunter, which is their Hound. So it looks like we have two different pictures of robot modes here. What's the difference in the robot modes? Anything?
Hands.
Oh yeah, it comes with extra hands. That's kind of cool. That's a good ass idea.
I don't know. In the top left picture, his shoulders look way too big, but in the bottom right one, they don't look.
Wheeljack looks to have two sets of hands too.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something new we're doing here? I like that.
And with the vehicle mode on this Hound, it reminds me of the Siege figure, actually.
Yeah.
But the Wheeljack actually looks pretty sleek in robot mode. I was worried it was going to be like a little short with a lot of Wheeljacks. For whatever reason, they kind of chop his thighs off, and he ends up being real small. But this one looks proportionate and looks decent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't look good. I mean, they don't look bad. They look pretty good.
They don't look good either. Yep.
I think they all look great. I think I need to catch up on Iron Factory.
Hmm.
I'm behind, man. I haven't really been spending a lot of money on anything since I've been working on this shit here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've budgeted accordingly
We've been trying to save money
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
on home repairs so we can spend more later.
Well, that and the pre-order for the MP44.
Yeah, I did kind of pre-order that.
I did kinda. He said I did kinda.
And my Flames Toys Tarn shipped.
Oh,
I already paid for it back in October when I had the money for it.
yeah.
I don't like owing money to people, man. I guess maybe because of my job. I don't like owing people money. I don't like money to be surprised fucking pulled out of my account.
So speaking of your job, Jail, how bad was it the day after Christmas?
Actually, it was not that bad, but it definitely wasn't worth going. I should have closed. Today was great, though, man. I made a lot of money today.
Yeah, you can get a lot of post-Christmas pawns.
Not really, man. It's like I get people coming in for like, I guess they got money from Christmas or something. I don't know. They come in and buy shit.
Oh, they want to get their pawns back or buy shit.
No, I sold like a bunch of jewelry today, man.
Do you do gift cards to your shop?
You know what? Somebody got a $400 gift card from us somewhere.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's just something we wrote up. I mean, we obviously don't have gift cards. We're not that big.
They sold $400 worth of shit and said, "All right, give me that ticket, and I'm going to go give it to somebody."
No, man. Somebody like came in and paid us money for a gift certificate.
Do you?
And it happens more than once. Like there's about probably half a dozen of those every Christmas.
Jesus. For $400 to the pawn shop, god damn.
You can buy a lot of shit for $400 in a pawn shop.
That's what
Do
I
you
was
sell
gonna
a
say,
lot of-
but
Do you sell a lot of jewelry a couple days after Christmas often?
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that are still on vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and like I guess they've already spent their
Shit,
money
when
on
they come in.
Christmas, so they guess they have money left, or they're just shopping for the hell of it.
Or let me suppose one other option.
tourist jewel.
No, the husband didn't buy enough for the fucking wife.
Yeah, last second shit. While
Maybe,
they're on the
like-
trip.
I need to get me some fucking cheap jewelry now.
Yeah.
Let's go to the pawn shop.
Well, a lot of it were my regulars, man. They just came by because they were in town, like for Christmas.
I need to start shopping for jewelry in the pawn shop.
If you're not, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you.
I mean,
That's
I
the only place
get
you
it
should
cheap
be.
enough, anyways. But like,
Well, I mean, they won't trade you. They won't trade you any for a bag of weed. But I mean, you know, I'm sure you could figure
some
something
might.
out. Maybe.
Oh, they will. Or I'll just turn the bag of weed into the cash.
Well, yeah, you could always do that too.
Yeah, I mean, like that's not a problem. I mean, I can make that happen. Like,
All right, let's move on to our next item in the news, and that's Transform Element. I'm not familiar with this company, but it appears they are tackling Beast Wars Legends.
They're the
Yeah.
guys making that Prime that nobody's gonna buy.
Yeah, because I just saw the transformation video and
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah, it actually looks like a Michael Bay transformation. Like flips inside out, twists around, unfolds.
So the two items we are looking at are Black Arachnia and Rat Trap.
And neither one of them looks any better than their Takara counterparts we already have.
Well, the Black Arachnia looks a little better, but I don't have the remold that they did in the end of Chug there.
The animated one?
Yeah, I don't have that one.
I have it. I'm looking at it, and it looks better than that to me. They didn't
But-
get the feet right, I guess. Like, this one's a little bit more accurate, but it's also going to be tiny.
Well, the animated feet were different anyway, but yeah, I think the animated remold looks better than this, other than the feet. But is there like parts forming involved? There's some pieces laying there on the side.
I don't know. I mean, this is cool, but I don't know if Beast Wars Legends is going to be the next big thing or not.
Give me Armada Legends. I'll buy Armada Legends. Man, like just seeing what somebody could try to do with ultra micro minicons, like really fucking small.
The only thing I would buy is a little tiny fat Optimus Prime.
As long as the trailer is articulated in super mode, yes.
No. I just want the base figure, the fat obese Optimus Prime.
But so yeah, that's a solid pass for me. Anyone else interested in these Beast Wars minis?
No.
nope.
I mean, I love Beast Wars too, but I don't think I need this. Unless they're hella cheap. They're hella cheap. I might buy anything that's hella cheap.
Well, now we are going
Dollars
to move on
matter.
to our custom spotlight.
Yeah.
I'll let Chris take it away here.
Yay, does anybody care? I didn't this week, so I took an easy route. I went with a Lek Custom Cell Shaded Devastator again. This is his third one, but just this one on the bright yellowish green background
Yeah.
just fucking looks awesome. Just
Yeah,
this
it does.
picture right here. So that's why I chose it.
I wonder if these are commissions that he's getting paid for, or if he's making these and then selling them.
You could
I don't
probably
know.
do it either way.
Yeah, I just wonder if people are still ordering cell shaded fucking Toy World Devastators.
Mhm.
It looks badass though.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, I don't need that. It's cool.
I don't know about the dark green inside Scrapper shovel there, but
It's fun.
everything else looks great.
Mhm.
That's a really weird thing, the cell shading. Like it's
Right.
like I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. It looks cool, but like I don't know if I was gonna have like one set of MP figures, if I would want them to be cell shaded.
Mhm.
Mhm.
All right, well, let's move on to KO Korner.
Yay!
Yay,
Yay.
Look at this shit, dude. They got little vaginas.
So,
No, they have 4 penises.
so
Oh, gross.
apparently, Dusty Warpath was not available for this reverse Bukkake, but it looks like we have Titan's Return Blur standing in.
Blur looks a little depressed. He has his gun now. When did he get his gun?
Mhm.
I thought they took it away from him after the scare.
Well, it's with these wild animals, man. What are you gonna do?
True.
Yeah. You might
So-
put one of them down, you know?
I hope so.
Somebody decided to combine My Little Pony with Equestria girls and make transforming ponies,
I don't even
And-
know what an Equestria girl is.
and they are horrifying.
Yep.
It's human versions. It's teenage girl human versions of the ponies.
That's horrible.
They cross into like a dimension or a
It was-
universe where like they
it wa-
turn from pony to human.
It was so Hasbro could sell actually human-looking dolls to compete with Barbie. That's why they did it. But whatever. These things. So basically, you have your pony. You stand it up on its hind legs, and then the front legs become the arms, and then the horse face opens up like Beast Wars Rhinox, and
And then a Arby's roast beef sandwich hangs out of its crotch.
yeah.
Why are the horns like not even split on the head? Like one side of the head has a horn, the other side doesn't.
Right?
And how come the outside of the head looks like a horse, but the inside of the head looks like a goat? God, these are stupid, man.
Yeah, they
I
are.
feel like these are a cry for help. Like nobody should have these.
Yep.
Imagine being a little girl and actually obtaining some of these.
You know, I think that Blur was like in the first photo, but then when they all transform, he killed himself, and that's why he's not in the second. They shouldn't have gave him his gun back. We all know he has problems.
But it's even more disturbing that the tails like go up and look like molded vaginas on these toys.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. They're not even all the same. What the fuck?
And the blue one actually looks more like a penis.
Yeah, I think the white one looks like it has a little dick. Why does this exist?
I have no idea.
I mean, there's no reason. Like, who thought of this shit? This is horrible.
Dude, and after look at this fucking Elf on the Shelf fucking shit, seeing this, 30 days of that fucking thing, and then
Do you
now
have
seeing
one?
this. Oh, of course, we have two.
Is that a
What?
real thing? We don't.
What do you
that
have
in my
two so
house.
they can fuck? What are you doing?
No, they're brother and sister, Flippy and Leah. They
That just
come.
makes it even weirder.
They come right around after Thanksgiving. I think maybe the night after Thanksgiving, and they just hang around in different spots of the house, and they do all kinds of weird fucking shit
They
that
get
my
into
wife takes
mischief and
care of
shit.
because I don't want fucking doing it.
They smoke crack.
No, they don't do
Some
any of the cool shit in my house anyway. But yeah, I mean, the faces on these fucking things just are creepy as fuck.
Chris will be like, "You all better not be smoking any fucking of that shit in my house, unless you let me hit
Yeah.
it."
Is that your Elf on a Shelf that's in the photo?
No.
Why, what's on his ear? Did they pierce his ear?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an earring. They have girl ones, they have boy ones.
Okay. That's horrifying, man.
Yeah, and they get into all kinds of shenanigans, you know.
Yeah, like
Sometimes,
they flush themselves down the toilet.
yeah, they could do that.
Knock over
Yeah.
the box of cereal or something.
Or they eat, you know, cookies and leave messes all over the places.
Don't you already have
Really,
kids?
Chris just ate the cookies and
I
his wife
say, why
cleaned
do you
up the
need
mess.
that? Don't you already have kids and a dog?
Exactly.
You should feed it to the dog next year, man.
I'd like to feed him some fucking sugar-free gum.
You should kill one of the elves next year, just like
Yeah, dude.
like
Or let
pick
one
up
of them
like
murder
dog
the
chewed
other
it
one.
up.
Set up a crime scene.
Yeah, I'll do that for a joke and scar my fucking kids.
Yeah. Well, like if they ever start to like lose belief in it, just as punishment for them, ruin it. I got flat out told when I was a kid that if I didn't believe in Santa Claus, I wasn't getting shit. Flat
You
out
do
told
it-
me that.
You just keep
Really?
a bunch of
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
just keep a bunch of empty boxes that are wrapped up underneath the tree if you have a fireplace, and every time you want them to act right, just throw one in the fucking fire.
Dude, you need to put a little speaker in there that screams on a motion sensor. And like whenever the kids act bad, you just whip one of the fucking elves on a shelf in the fireplace.
Oh, the thing is, you're not supposed to touch them or else they lose their elf magic and have to go back to the fucking North Pole and they don't come back for a night or two.
Holy shit!
What?
So I used to fuck with my kids. I'm like, I'm gonna touch it, and like put your finger like really close to it, but not touch it.
That's horrible.
I'm
Man.
like, no.
No, Dad, I hate you.
It's the inappropriate touching elf.
Yeah.
All
Oh God.
right, let's move on to our next item, and that's Justin's shit deal find that he didn't work hard on.
I didn't work on it at all.
I was gonna say it looks like he didn't work on it at all.
You know what? I'll read it anyways, though. So this is Jimmy Jank Jet Commander full set. This is the Jujang Superion Combiner Wars knockoff oversized cancer dick. And it is $89.90 plus shipping from Robotoy Base.
Cancer warts. Fucking knock off cancer warts.
And it's just a really big, oversized Combiner Wars Superion, which is probably their best mold. So if you're going to copy something, copy this.
And it's a little, they're improved a little bit. They look a little bit more better. I have them.
It's fine. I like that other one you had, that big oversized diecast one they never finished. What was that thing you had?
What one?
You had one of the Combiner Wars figures that had diecast in it and it was oversized, but like they never finished the set.
Oh yeah, the
First Aid.
They had First Aid, Rook, Streetwise, and Blades. No, they finished the set.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking
They
at the
had
picture,
also-
man. One of them's so white he don't even have a face. I guess that's JC.
Where's my John boat and my Jeep?
Yeah. If they don't start with a J, I'm not gonna ride in it.
Well, goddamn it, I'm a jet, so yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't find no 747, but it's a jet. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, all right. It'll
All
be
right.
all right.
This plastic does look sketchy as fuck, though.
It kind of is a little bit.
Yeah. It looks like it tastes funny, if you know what I mean.
It's definitely worth fucking $90. It's
Okay.
it's a decent sized Superion.
Isn't that what a Combiner Wars ones cost?
Yeah, but these are bigger and they're better actually.
Okay, well,
And this would
That's
actually
justifiable.
scale with an 18-inch Devastator.
oh, good call.
All
Now you're gonna
right.
get him buying this, man.
I ain't buying that.
Dustin's
Let's,
gonna have like every combiner ever made. It's gonna be like $300 in it. All set.
Yep, I'll be like, yep, fucking balling on a budget here, bud. Doing it real big.
Let's move on to our next item, and doesn't look like we have anything there. But asshole of the week. Do we have any nominations?
Jason?
I'm gonna nominate JC again for
Yep,
saying he was gonna replace me on here and then not coming on at all.
yep.
Trying to think if
Fucking
there's.
asshole.
I'm gonna say some of my postal customers are assholes of the week, just because.
They probably hate you.
They didn't give you any pies and shit for Christmas?
No. Every fucking Sunday, because I work Amazon Sundays for the post office. So that's just delivering priority packages and Amazon packages. No regular mail, nothing, just boxes and
Yep,
large envelopes. And
I love those guys.
I've seen a lot of these customers multiple Sundays now, and yet it seems like every Sunday when I go to deliver something, all they do is complain that I'm there on a Sunday. It's like, well, fucker,
Yeah,
you're the one who-
you're there. Why'd you come to my house today? God damn it!
Why'd you order some shit with 2-day shipping, motherfucker?
Exactly. It's like you think it's such a terrible thing that mailmen are working Sundays, and they didn't do that back in your day. It's like, well, then stop ordering shit right at the end of the week.
Now where's my Amazon Prime slippers?
People
Exactly.
that are so mad at times changing that they just get upset that they're actually getting mail on days that they're not supposed to get mail. I wasn't here to get it.
Well, and the best part is when I run my Amazon route, I have a lot of businesses on my route, and I just deliver the shit even though they're closed. I don't really care. So if it ends up
Fucking
sitting,
rednecks.
if it ends up sitting outside their office all night and we get rain or whatever, that's their problem, not mine. It was delivered like it was supposed to have been.
Damn liberals delivering my shit on God's birthday.
Pushing their fucking liberal
Gender.
on me.
Pushing their liberal gender on me on Sunday.
Actually, I didn't have to work Christmas. I was kind of expecting that was going to happen.
Nice.
Because like a bunch of us had to work like Columbus Day and other days
They ain't
when.
gonna make you work on Christmas.
Well, I was still expecting the call, but it worked out. I'll be working this Sunday, but yeah, it's just. And then the ones that think they're clever, every time where they ask me, well, do you get paid holiday pay or do you get paid double time for working Sunday? It's like, no! I get paid my normal hourly rate. And they think that's the biggest affront, that I should get paid more for working Sunday. It's like, I don't need to hear the same joke 20 times during the day.
Fucking easy ET, bruh.
Yeah, it's funny.
We'll get. It's gonna be awesome.
Anyway, do we have our guest?
Overtime. You don't get overtime because you're not a communist.
No, I only get overtime if I actually work all week plus a little bit more. But anyway, Chris, do we have our guest?
He is sitting right next to me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to sit through that, buddy.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to sit through all that.
Let me introduce you around. Everyone, this is Kyle. Kyle, this is everyone.
Hi, Kyle.
First up, the one who just talked is DA. He is our resident
Mascot.
mascot, lawnmower, drug dealer, former drug dealer, ex-con, just
prison bitch.
Tax
bitch. I can't come up with another adjective to describe him.
Basically,
But he's cool. Yeah, he's a criminal. He's the bad boy of the bunch.
it'll be all right.
And next to him is Bedbugs. We just call him Bugs. But his real
What's
name is
up?
Eric. He is our. What would you call you besides Wizard Cat? What would you call yourself? Which of the Beatles are you?
I wouldn't know which one. Probably Ringo. I'd be on the drums in the back while everyone else takes the stage.
He's Yoko.
That'll do. All right. Next up is JL, our resident Hebrew.
Yeah.
And not to stretch too far from his ethnicity, he is. Are you part owner of your dad's fucking thing now?
Nah, I just work there.
You just work there? But it's a pawn shop.
If he dies, I get it all. But yeah, I just
He's a fucking pawnbroker.
And he loves gold. But DA loves gold too. And he loves jewelry.
But DA loves to wear gold. I love to sell gold.
And he calls himself the draw of this particular
It's a
program.
match made in heaven.
Yeah. Y'all better thank God every day for me.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Thanks.
I feel bad that Kyle is missing out on the full TKO experience with not having Catfish here.
Yeah. Well, we haven't gotten flagged yet, probably, so that's good.
I'll tell you about Catfish later.
Okay.
All right, so I guess let's start with our 13 questions now. So, do you do a lot of stuff online? Do you have a preferred username or handle you go by?
Not really. I have a couple of different ones that I cycle between, but
What nickname did your brother give you?
Never did.
Oh, really?
No.
Damn, man.
derelict in his duties.
There's fucking 13 years difference between us, and, you know, I basically took care of him when he was a baby. So, I was out of the house by the time he was 4.
Damn, man, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
I had to go make your first of many mistakes.
Yeah.
So to clarify, what year were you born?
1987.
Okay.
Oh, you youngin'.
Is that one of the 13 questions?
Yes, it is.
All right.
So we're moving.
He's like,
right
are you
along.
making it?
He's like, all right, I got 2 down. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I got yeah, I got 100%. I'm good at this.
So number 3 is JL's personal favorite question. He feels it's very important. What is your favorite sandwich?
That is an extremely important question. It's also very difficult to answer.
Yeah.
Man,
What has that effect on people?
all right.
I can't help you, man.
I know. I'm just like,
I can't help you.
Did
I
you
mean,
just look
there's
at me
so many
like, what is my favorite
possibilities.
sandwich? Well,
I can't
don't know,
help you by
yours,
packing
dude.
another bowl.
that might help actually. I mean, if nothing else, I will say that if you're in Philly, the sandwich to get is not the cheesesteak, though it is good. You want to get the roast pork.
That sounds
never
really
even heard of
good.
that over there.
There any-
or anybody else?
I was thinking John specifically. Yeah, anywhere that makes a decent roast pork with the broccoli rub.
Broccoli rub?
You got me at roast pork and broccoli rub.
Broccoli
I want
raw.
What?
Like
You've never
raw
had
broccoli?
Broccoli raw?
Why would you put broccoli raw on your food?
Not raw, dumbass. Broccoli rob. Look it up.
What? I can't even spell that. What is it?
It's basically green cauliflower, and you take the leaves off it, and that's what they cook up.
Yeah, okay.
Is it food?
It is. I've not eaten it because I don't eat fucking green shit, but
I like green shit, but I didn't know that you could put green shit on your hamburger or whatever, or your pork sandwich. Well, I guess I put coleslaw on there. It's green for a while.
No, it's a big fucking thing. And
So besides broccoli, what else do you put on it?
garlic and a little bit of au jus.
A Jew? Yeah.
There you are.
So you gotta put it in the oven first.
You can get it grinder style, as they call it here, but no. Generally, you just open up the roll, slap on the pork, slap on the broccoli raw, put a little dip on it, and there you go.
I do like some pork.
It's basically a fucking French dip with pork and spinach on it.
Pork.
So,
Cool.
Oh, it's a Philly dip.
Basically, yeah.
All right. So number 4, what is your favorite type of music? Do you have any particular styles or bands that you really like?
Man, really with the hard hitting questions.
They're designed this way.
No, I bet. I mean, that's another hard one to answer. Like, I'm all over the I'm all over the map as far as music goes. Like, keep me away from the shit kicker country.
Yeah.
And most of the things on top 40 or pop radio I can do without. But it probably honestly be quicker to list the things that I don't like. The things that I do, which is usually how I answer when people ask me that kind of question.
Okay.
Good answer.
All right. Number 5, what job would you be terrible at?
Most of them.
Would you be worse at him than DA is?
Dude, I'm good at everything.
He can
Not
cut
good
some
at doing
grass
it.
and shovel some fucking snow.
One thing I'm never been good at. I'm not handy. I'm not like my dad. I'm not like Chris. I can't operate tools and machinery. I don't barely tell you. I can barely identify most tools.
I'm good at that.
Leave that to
stuff,
the
see?
professionals.
Okay.
Well, he's not a gay.
He's not a.
Not a what?
A gay.
He doesn't handle
I
tools.
wouldn't even if I were gay. I wouldn't be a gay. I'd be the gay.
Number 1.
All
I
right.
like your style.
Number 6, if you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time?
Well, there's 2 answers to this question. There's a whole bunch of activities that I'd like to think I would do, and then what I would actually do is probably just nothing. I would probably just waste that extra time like I waste most of my regular waking hours.
Just smoke more weed and watch more shit.
I mean, that would be part of it. I'd probably spend more time writing, more time getting better at playing music.
Music's fun.
What do you write?
I haven't done a whole lot of writing lately, at least of the creative variety, which is what I went to school for initially. But I do get paid to write, which is something I never thought would happen, and I've been doing that for a few years. And that's
pretty
my
cool.
that's my nerd claim to fame is fantasy baseball.
Fantasy baseball?
Yep.
Would you invent it?
No. Yeah, I got a little bit too late to that particular party to be that far ahead of the curve. But no, I just make educated guesses and advise people on how best to manage their fake baseball teams.
Okay.
So you're like Matthew McConaughey from that one movie.
The one that nobody remembers.
Yeah, 'cause I'm drawing blank.
Yeah, me too.
I was starting to think that if it wasn't that, it was like baseball fan fiction, you know, like some porno fan fiction.
Babe Ruth.
That is out
broke
there.
his bat.
I'm sure it
It
is.
came all over Gehrig's face.
Yeah.
It's Two for the Money from 2005.
Oh, I know.
What?
I never saw that fucking shit.
Nobody watches that.
Yeah, what is that?
Words.
That was with Pacino, right?
Words, bro.
Yep.
I didn't see it,
Pacino.
but I heard about it.
You didn't see it, but nobody else did either.
Yeah, it's about a sports gambling business, and he
Okay.
takes phone calls and advises people on who to bet for.
I was gonna say you could probably do that if you advise the fantasy teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be a bookie.
All right, let's see. Number 7, what animal or creature really freaks you the fuck out?
My kid brother?
Is he the younger one even?
Yep.
Yep. Just 2 years younger than I am.
So your father believed in being fruitful and multiplying. Yeah?
Yeah, he should have stopped after me, but what are you going to do?
Absolutely.
The honest answer is actually, it's weird because I'm actually really fascinated by bugs on a like social level, but they just, and I probably would have been an entomologist in another life, but they just creep me out way too much.
Right. Bugs are gross.
Yeah, I spent like 2 hours reading about bees, and it was like really fascinating. But every time I got to a picture, it's just like, ah, God, why?
You're eating my flesh.
All right, let's move on to our next question. Number 8. This should be an interesting one. Could you take your old man in his prime?
I'm gonna say no to that one. My dad was in the army
Oh.
in his prime, so he probably would have kicked my ass. I can take him now.
I'm trying to.
I can take it now, he says.
I'm trying to remember how your brother answered the question.
Yeah,
I think he
unfortunately.
answered it's pretty similar.
Okay. So let's see. Number 9. What movie makes you cry?
That is a good question. I don't have an answer right off the top of my head for that.
How about you, Chris? Have you ever seen him cry at a movie?
Not since The Little Mermaid.
I cried at that?
Shots fired.
Yeah, man.
No, we had to fucking watch that every goddamn day, sometimes twice a day.
I have a working
Those are
theory
sisters
that's
too, right?
that's where I developed my affinity for redheads.
But look, he was 2.
And you were
Chris likes
probably
redheads,
pinching the
too.
shit out of him.
I did do one thing one time. I'm gonna fucking tell the story of the closet. I was watching him one day, and maybe he was getting a little bit.
One out one day. What?
Get the fuck out of here.
You fucking weirdo.
I was babysitting him one day, and I got the idea to record myself making monster noises, like "I'm gonna get you," that kind of fucking shit, on a loop, and play it inside the closet in the kitchen.
Holy
and
shit.
Send him to go get me like a fucking drink or whatever, and just have like 10-second intervals in between. And I basically terrorized the kid. And that went on probably for a good half hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I still have the tape, the actual like audio tape of that recording.
We'd
Really?
like to hear it sometime.
Wow.
I think it's local too. I don't know. I'll have to dig it out.
So actually, I've got it right here.
Let me out of here! I'm trying to get you, Kyle! Going to eat you up, Kyle! Let me out! Get me out of there! No!
This is your life.
Explains a lot.
Well, this kind of feels like it's answering the next question. Paint us a picture of your own personal hell.
back.
You know,
I missed the whole story. Fuck. My internet.
He's like, I'm on my brother's shitty show right now, so that's pretty.
though I will say, my own personal hell is remarkably close to the current state of affairs. Just the way that Trust. Well, yeah, that's part of it. But you know, it's not just him. It's the fact that the stupidest, most short-sighted, just greedy, evil motherfuckers are the ones in charge, and that's the way that it's always gonna be.
Oh man, it's always been that way, dude.
I know, but I was not cognizant of it until fairly recently.
Till about your 30s to really get it, and then stop caring.
And you lose
That's
all.
what happened to me. I eventually was just like, "Yep, don't give a fuck."
Well, that's what they hope for.
Yep. Apathy is what they want.
Well, they're getting it.
At this point, you just have to enjoy the ride and enjoy the memes.
Yep.
Because it's either going to end with him dying of a heart attack on the shitter in the White House, or he's going to get out of office and then die shortly after. But the world will go on.
Yep. Dude, we were at lunch today, and I don't pay attention to any fucking Trump shit. It's just too much of a circus to give a fuck. But they were showing the call from him to a little, like, 7-year-old girl.
Oh, yeah, when he asked her if she believed in Santa.
Exactly. He's like, isn't it like a little marginal for you? What? What? Motherfucker? Come on. You gotta burn every goddamn bridge?
Well, the way I look at Trump is that he is basically the epitome of anyone that actually supported him, how they would run the country. And like, you could take anyone that goes to a Trump rally and put them in Trump's shoes, and they would do the exact same thing and show how unqualified they are for the job.
He is just the purest distillation of American excess. He is all of us.
Cool.
It is awful.
Well, hopefully whoever takes over will get us back on the right track, but I'm not holding my
There's no
breath.
fixing this shit show.
It'll be all right.
All right, well, let's get on to more happier thoughts. Question number 11. When it comes to the female anatomy, are you more into the tits, ass, legs, face, or is there something else that you couldn't possibly comprehend that is somehow more interesting to you?
Well, if I have to pick just one, I'm probably more of an ass man myself.
Radio.
I think that runs in the family, doesn't it, Chris?
It does. I'm an ass man like my father before me.
And his father before him.
Bathsheba beget ass man beget.
So are you also a connoisseur of the bootay?
I like to think so.
I think he might be asking you if you're like deep in a fucking ass porn like me.
Maybe not quite as deep. You've got years of seniority and experience. I've got some catching up to do.
Are you chewing on it like Dustin is?
Goddamn right.
All right, well, maybe that kind of leads into our next question. Number 12, what's a weird thing about you, such as an idiosyncrasy or a phobia or a hidden talent?
This would fall under idiosyncrasy. I don't know, and I've always been this way, and I can't explain to you why. But anytime, like if you see me out in public and I'm reading a book or I got headphones on, and you ask, people don't do this now because people don't talk to strangers. But if you ask me like, what are you reading or what are you listening to, that question always pissed me off. I don't know why, and I would be uncomfortable answering it.
Just tell them to look at the cover, bud.
Yeah.
Kick rocks, nerd.
Or just I got headphones on. Like I have headphones on because I don't want to speak to you.
Yeah, people don't respect the headphone barrier.
I respect the headphones. What annoys me is when you have a fucker that's walking around with a handset or hands-free device and they're talking, and then they'll be looking at you, acting like they're talking to you, but they're actually talking on the phone to somebody.
That's the double-edged sword there.
I usually just tell them to shut up.
It's like the worst if like you're sitting in a bathroom and the guy next to you in the next stall over is talking on the phone.
I've had that happen to me before.
It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. But all right, let's move on to question number 13. Our final question: what is your go-to sex position, sir?
That's a good way to finish it off.
Exactly.
There it is. Probably have to go with woman on top.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Tried and true.
Because I think that differs from your brother a little bit.
No, his was, I think his is reverse cowgirl, but he wants to pull her hair and jam his thumb up her ass at the same time, but then work her ass.
I'm impressed that you have that good a memory of his answer to that question.
Yeah, he does.
Dude, I'm actually a deep trivia knowledge of the show.
He was a fan first.
Yeah, I listened to every episode before you guys even asked me on. I was obviously following it from the start.
Well, I will add that if you're going to do missionary, you got to get the legs up on the shoulders.
Absolutely.
You gotta
Otherwise,
get that
what's the
fucking
point?
raw hard dig, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and use her as, something you just collapse on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for subjecting yourself to our gauntlet of inquiry. Gentlemen, do you have any other questions for Chris's brother before we let him escape?
Have y'all ever gotten in a fist fight and who won?
Good one.
Between us two?
Yeah, between y'all two.
You're like, Chris, I've stomped him his whole life. I'll do it right now.
I can't imagine a situation where I would actually hit him.
No,
Yeah,
my
I
brother
have
and
a
I
hard
have never
time
been in a fist
picturing
fight
that.
either.
Like, I hit the fuck out of my sister, though.
You're just a girl. You can't do anything about it.
No, because she came into my life when I was 7, so...
Oh, she's closer in age.
Yeah, we were fucking hanging around each other, so the sibling rivalry was all there.
Cool.
Yeah, and it couldn't very well get away with wailing on a baby. By the time I came around.
Yeah. But I could shake a motherfucker.
How many times did Chris shake you when you were a kid?
Probably more than once.
Probably.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, I mean, for all I know,
has Chris ever been mistaken as your dad?
Ooh,
that's a good question. I wish I could give you an affirmative answer on that one, but no.
That hurt my fucking feelings.
I don't think so, actually.
Well, I'm just saying, if there's 13 years apart, I'm sure there was a point somewhere where it was like, Chris, did anyone ever say, like, oh, how old's your son?
No.
No?
That's never happened, but I was at a mall with my sister once, and I was probably about 12, and was with her and her boyfriend at the time, and they like some lady at one of the stores thought that I was their kid.
You're such a big boy. Yes, you are.
So you guys knock him out when you guys were like 13, 14 then?
As a now you're a
There's the family way.
you're a Philly resident, just like your brother, correct?
I am.
Not,
So have you inherited the plague that is
Well,
being?
not now, but
And
that's where I came up.
have you inherited the plague that is being an Eagles fan, like your brother?
Well, the thing about that is I went away to Pittsburgh for school, and that city just killed any interest I had in football, because I don't know if you've ever met a Steelers fan, but I mean, it was that and like other issues with just the game and the league and everything. So I watched the Super Bowl last year, and I was like, if this had happened the last time they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, it would have been so much happier. As it was just being happy for folks back home more than anything, because I gave up on football years ago. Followed it more closely this year because it was back in a fantasy football league, which I won.
Right.
It's just more an indictment of my competition because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like I'm a Cowboys fan, and I actually did cheer for them in both of the Super Bowls that they were in because I dislike the Patriots more. But anyway,
Bears, bud.
yeah, you and your fucking defense. All right, let's move on to our TKO girls for this week, and I'm thinking the first one might be DA.
This is mine. It's straight. It's simple and straightforward. It's just a big old booty wrapped with some Christmas lights because I thought I'd be festive. Who gives a fuck about her face or what she does or what she's doing? Let's just look at her parts.
This is called the festive vulture.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the lighting effect on it and everything, and the shadows, the lights and strings and everything are casting over the big old chunky butt there. And I think if you look close enough, I think that even some Christmas lights are wrapped up from
like making
through her
a
cheek.
song.
Yeah. So that's
Good
pretty
times.
fresh. I'm enjoying this photo very much.
Spoiler alert: that's how they're plugged in.
Ooh.
It does generate some fucking heat.
Natural gas powered.
All right, and who is this next one? I'm guessing this is Chris's.
It is. Look at the
Man,
big
she
ass
got
on
a
this
big old
bitch.
booty. Jesus.
So what the hell?
With a big booty.
So what the hell? Shake it, baby. That's in her hand there.
I don't give a fuck.
Probably some protein workout shake or something.
No, it's a morning after powder.
And what the hell's going on with her nose?
She's gonna
She got
need it.
freckles.
Yeah, who cares about her nose? Just don't look at it.
Yeah, she just has freckles there. That's all.
Mhm.
She's like
Yeah.
an amalgam of a bunch of different chicks that I've known or liked or whatever. Just all rolled up in one with a big ass.
I watched
Oh,
Early through a window.
Yep.
This is a rare breed, The skinny fit girl with the big old bubble butt.
Mm-hmm.
You mean
This is a rare
Photoshop
breed.
tag?
I don't think it's as rare as you think in like Brazil.
No, not at all. Talking on local land.
Speaking of south of the border, our next one is JL's.
Yeah, that's my Christmas tamales.
What's
These
in
are
them?
those pork ones you were talking about?
Yeah, pork Christmas tamales with some fire, like some hot sauce on them.
They look fucking delicious.
They were pretty
Taco
good.
Bell
man.
fire sauce?
No, that's actually no. I don't put fire sauce on real Mexican food.
Well,
That's
you
not-
referred to it as fire sauce, so
Yeah, but it's that cello, whatever, that cello whoopa or some shit. It's like the red habanero chili habanero sauce.
Cholula
Yeah, that one.
or Cholula.
Cholula, I think. It's the one that the Mexican restaurants have.
Because it has the wooden knob on top.
No. This stuff's hotter than that. This is not. This is like a chili habanero sauce. It's definitely.
Well, I mean, if anybody knows about hot sauce, it's obviously Bugs, especially with this fucking 12-pack.
Yeah, 12-pack of diarrhea heat.
12-pack of Desert Fire.
Fuck yeah, man.
Flavored sand.
Just look at all the different flavors in there, man.
Flavored sand. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know which one I'm gonna try next. They all look really fucking good.
Now you straight up will just drink the bottle like it's a beer, right?
Yeah.
Not just put it on shit. Like you will literally just down each one of these bottles.
I drank this whole bottle of whiskey habanero sauce.
Dude, you're a weirdo.
Yes, I am.
That definitely fits into that idiosyncrasies. What's a weird thing about you? And that's definitely it.
Yeah,
I don't think anything is weirder about you than that.
I'll admit,
know about you.
I have weird taste. I will drink hot sauce. I will drink Worcestershire sauce. I will drink vinegar. I will drink a lot of different things when it comes to unconventional beverages, if you will.
Yeah, and just so everyone's clear, we're not talking I'll just take a shot of this hot sauce. He will take the whole bottle of hot sauce and consume it.
Well, it took me.
It's a beer or a soda.
Well, I just.
How many shots worth do you think's in that?
Well, it says it's 3 full ounces in each one of these bottles.
Yeah, so 3 shots.
Okay.
So
a hearty drink.
Well, and it took me 3 days, so I probably did a shot every night worth of hot sauce, and it really cleans out the system, if you will.
Oh, I bet.
There's somebody that I think that actually just doing drugs would be better for you.
Yeah.
Well, DA and Chris have their vices. You have yours with alcohol. I like spicy things. That's my deal.
But when you start butt chugging it, let us know. That's a problem.
Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
No way.
Hot sauce fucking soaked tampons up the butt.
Oh, God. But the sizzling scorpion one, that one's good. That one's gonna have some heat to it.
Now, does this 12-pack does it go from coolest to warmest?
No, it's
just
not
kind of randomly.
Not in any particular order.
Okay.
But I like that as a variety pack. Because not all hot sauces have to taste the same. So
it's all the same shit with different labels and fucking more or less food coloring.
I want some teriyaki hot sauce. That sounds good.
Yeah.
So is it really a hot and fiery recipe that's not included on the back?
Let's see. We got zesty baked vegetables. We got spicy meatballs. We got chicken wing sauce. Delicious guacamole. I'm not a fan of guac or avocados.
Yeah, fuck guac, bro.
Bacon and sausages. Ooh, this sounds good. It says half pound bacon, half pound small pork sausages, 3 tablespoons the teriyaki hot sauce, and 2 tablespoons the Guadalajara habanero hot sauce. It says to marinate the bacon and sausage in the hot sauces for a half hour and then cook them. That sounds pretty good.
Buzz got a boner.
I got one too, bud.
They also have a jalapeno cornbread on here. And I've had cornbread. I don't eat it very often, but jalapeno sounds even better.
Cornbread's great.
Yeah, I love cornbread.
Well, and my favorite alcoholic beverage is a Bloody Mary, and obviously the spicier the better, in my opinion.
Ew, gross. Bloody Marys, yuck.
Yeah, it's a Wisconsin thing. You wouldn't know.
Dude, I live fucking 10 miles from Wisconsin.
There's 2 popular drinks when it comes to mixed drinks in Wisconsin, and that's the Bloody Mary and the Old Fashioned.
The fucking beer-rita.
The brandy sweet, that's what the Old Fashioned is. So yeah, I prefer the spicy over the sweet. So that's my opinion. So let's move on to our discussion and listener questions. The Meat Man, Chris Welty, he ponders, I just thought of a new question for TKO. If you guys were hired by Universal Studios to write a script for a sequel to E.T., what would the story be about? And it looks like Chris has typed up a small screenplay, if you will.
Cool.
So would you like to read that for all our listeners?
Sure I will, Bugs. After some troubles at school, a young E is sent to live with his father, Bender, in tough 1980s South Central Los Angeles.
All right.
He grows up learning the ways of the Force. As a young man, although his hard-nosed father instilled proper values and respect in him, and his devout girlfriend, Audrey too, teaches him about faith, E's friends Elliot and Gizmo don't have the same kind of support and are drawn into the neighborhood's booming drug and gang culture with increasingly tragic results.
You found a little fucking E's good character.
Hey, wait, is that the bio off the back of the Wise Puppet knockoff figure box?
Like, you know how the Wayans brothers have done Scary Movie and then they did Epic Movie? It seems like this would be their sci-fi movie.
E.T. fucking for sure, dude. Like, oh man, look at his chain and shit.
That's funny as shit. I
He
need one of
looks
those, man.
fucking straight as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'd kick it with this motherfucker for sure.
Does anyone else have any
Oh,
ideas
he's got
on?
the gat in his hand too.
Yeah, he does. I just want to know if that's real gold or not.
I'd put one on it. I'd take one of my gold chains and chop it down to make it fit. Oh fuck!
Does anyone else have an answer for
He's
this question?
packing that heat and shit too, dude.
I think.
Maybe
Where
it'd
did I
be-
get one of these? Is this just something somebody made?
Yeah, somebody made that.
Yeah.
I want one of these bad, dude.
Dustin's gonna have to go back to work so he can get that custom made.
Oh, fuck.
Man, that's a
Alright.
crazy ass question, dude. I'm really trying to think of an answer. Crazy as fuck question.
I've heard a lot of people compare the new Bumblebee movie to like a fucking rewrite of E.T.
Yeah, that's what I would do then. I'll just do the Bumblebee movie.
I think for the sequel, we would have an alien life form crash land in the shitty east side of Iowa, and then he would crawl out of the spaceship that had crashed in the Cedar River, and he would discover the internet and decide to troll everybody all day because he's bored and exploring Earth and shit. And then we would just call the movie JC.
A very special boy.
Oh fuck!
All right, let's move on to our next one. And let's see, another question would be if the TKO guys could make a Transformers film, who would be the director, writer, producer, and executive producer, and what would the plot be about?
It would be Michael Bay just so people can cry some more.
Well, we're going to see Bumblebee tomorrow.
Oh, nice. You're going to enjoy it, dude.
So
It's a good
apparently
time.
this guy's done a good job. So maybe he gets a job.
I'm waiting to see it with Bugs and JC.
Nice. Y'all going to hold hands?
Yep, and
Oh,
touch
we're definitely
fingers.
gonna touch peeners, probably.
Actually, we should reach out to Welty and Hanson and see if they want to come on over.
Should.
That'd be a nice jaunt for them too.
Well,
How
they're in.
far is it? How long of a drive is it for you, Bugs? Is it fucking 3 hours?
Oh,
to
it's
you-
longer
to
than
me?
that.
4?
I'll put it in real quick.
You're a wild man, bro.
I'm going to put it in real quick, huh?
You're a wild man.
Let's see, Mason City directions. It says it's 4.25 hours for me.
Jesus.
And if I wanted to kidnap Welty, let's see, he is down in Broadhead. Giggity.
Now people are going to abduct him.
And
Yeah.
he's actually the same distance as I am. Just he's in the southern part of the state. So that it's a possibility. There's no way I'm gonna swing down there and then over. Fuck that. I'll be coming over through La Crosse. But as far as the Transformers movie, I have high hopes for Bumblebee just because of all the reviews and shit. Let's see, as far as what I'd make it about, I guess from what I gather from the plot so far in the Bumblebee is that he come to Earth to escape being pursued, and the Decepticons come looking for him. I guess that would be a good concept to build upon, and have other Autobots show up after the initial Bumblebee movie. But then, as far as Decepticons, I would have them come in waves. So you don't need a fucking Megatron every movie. You don't.
Why not?
Because then you get Bay movies and they sucked. But I think for an ideal pacing,
Yeah, they did.
you would send Starscream and the Seekers as the early on. So he'd be the big bad, Starscream with his armada of Seekers. Then maybe in the second one have Shockwave and Soundwave trying to do something, and then Megatron in the third one. But I just think when you have multiple villains like that, instead of always defaulting to the same one, that's been kind of a hindrance with Transformers, is that they always have to default to the leaders in everything. At least with other comic book characters, like say Spider-Man, he's got an entire rogues gallery. It doesn't always have to be Green Goblin that he's fighting. With Optimus and Bumblebee, it doesn't always have to be Megatron that he's fighting. So that's the way I look at it. But as far as director, writer, producer, oh fuck if I know. I think for maybe who was the one that was in charge of Guardians of the Galaxy and got pulled? James Gunn. I could see him doing a good job with a Transformers movie. And then if you were actually going for the full-fledged like Cybertron War, obviously Peter Jackson would be a really good choice there, but I don't know.
I want to see a Stanley Kubrick Transformers movie.
Yeah. You know what mine would be? The Decepticons come to the planet Earth, they destroy every fucking thing and enslave all humans.
Nice.
And stop any Autobot scum that it tries to intervene.
Well,
Okay, terrific.
you basically just described Infinity War with robots.
Yep, you just need one movie. That's it. Just one. And they all win, and that's it. Because that's probably what would happen in real life. Let's be honest.
All right. Well, I think with that said, I think it's time we wrapped up the show for this week.
Yep.
Is there any last words of wisdom anyone would like to offer our listeners before we end this shindig?
I
Kill
do.
all humans.
That too. That sounds pretty good, actually.
Yes, kill all humans, dude.
If you don't trust the pussy, don't fuck the pussy.
Yeah, you gotta trust them bitches out here in these streets these days.
Well, and if you are going to knock one up, make sure it's an anti-vax mom, because 8 years of child support is better than 18.
Since some people are too lazy to read, here are the shout-outs. Shout out to TF and WTF Ever, the greatest Transformers and What the Fuck Ever Facebook group ever. Elno Customs, an international consortium of Transformers customizers and creators. Third-party TF Crashers, Eula Blamo. Hail Hasbro Reviews with Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Shattercast Uncut. Bobby Skullface Reviews. Legions for the Fountain of Material. The Realm of Collectors. Figure Banging. The entire Cool Table Network. The Blackout and Shout podcast. And of course, girls who make bad decisions with their bodies, and the fathers and or uncles that made them that way. And we wouldn't be a show without alcohol, marijuana, and coffee. The lifeblood of this program. If you liked what you heard and want more, like and subscribe. Comment and let us know what you thought. If you're on Facebook and want to join the party and become a fellow dreg, we're at TF and WTF Ever. All hate mail can be sent to tkothepodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with some more nonsense.
Exactly.
Fuck.
And we're out.
Yeah. Send all your hate mail. Big bugs.
All right, that was fun, gentlemen.
It was alright.
There's a lot of Legends news.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
but there was a lot of legend stuff to talk about.
Mm-hmm. All
I mean,
right.
there's other fucking shit coming out, but it's all like, who gives a fuck?
I shall continue to bask in the glory of my NFC East championship.
Suck it, dick.
I will be cheering for the Redskins this weekend. Just to add further insult to injury.
Yep.
The
And I will be...
Cowboys won your guys' division or whatever then?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, they did.
I don't even know what any of that means, but I know that the fucking Bears won ours.
Yes, and the Eagles are
The Bears, bud!
The Bears.
The Eagles are on the bubble on whether or not they can sneak into the playoffs. They need to win against the Redskins, and then they need the Vikings to lose to the Bears.
Which is highly likely.
Very likely. So, if the Redskins can pull the upset, that would be hilarious, and then the Vikings would sneak in, win or lose. I gotta look at when the schedules are, when which team plays.
The Bears are going to win, bud.
Well, I think the Bears are going to destroy the Cowboys if the Cowboys get that far.
Fuck, told you, bud.
Let's see our early games. For once, Dallas isn't getting bumped to Sunday night in Week 17. Thank God. Seems like every time we got bumped and then it became a playoff game going into the playoffs, we'd lose. So we got the Cleveland-Baltimore game going on early. If Cleveland beats Baltimore, that helps Pittsburgh get in with a wild card. It looks like they're saving the two NFC games that matter for the afternoon at 4:30, the Chicago and the Philly game.
You know, Chicago gets to choose where they play, right? They choose home, and those Dallas motherfuckers are going to be freezing their asses off in fucking Soldier Field.
Well, Chicago, if they win, they would get the second NFC bye, I believe, provided the Rams lose.
I thought they got that already since they just whooped them.
No. The Bears would get the tiebreaker.
I don't know how any of that works, dude.
Because right now, as it stands, New Orleans is the number one team in our half of the.
My wife was trying to explain it to me.
So you have.
She's her to kick fucking rocks. Kick rocks, nerd.
So you have New Orleans, which is the number one team on our side, DA. And right now, number 2 is LA, and number 3 is Chicago, and number 4 is Dallas. However, given the results of what happened this week, Chicago could sneak up to number 2 if LA loses and Chicago wins. In which case, Chicago would get a first-round bye. They don't have to play the first week of the playoffs.
Right.
And then they would
get to choose where they play.
No, that they automatically get at home. They get, and in the second round of the playoffs, it would be the Saints hosting a game and Chicago hosting a game, and the Saints would get the lowest seed from the first round, so the 5th or 6th seed, and then Chicago would get the 3rd or 4th seed, which would probably be Dallas.
Business ethics, in the words of football.
So, I if the Cowboys manage to somehow win the wild card round and get us a fucking playoff win, great. I'm not expecting too much, just the way the offense has been playing these last couple of weeks. But it'll be interesting if they surprise me and we somehow manage to beat the Bears in the second round, even if we get past the first round. That'd be something cool.
All right, well, I'm gonna head out, guys. Y'all have fun with y'all sports ball.
Okay.
Them Bears
See
is
you
gonna win, bud.
Nobody cares.